Alright, looks like we're live. What's going on, everybody? I think I have a weird pimple on my scalp. Well, we are blessed with a new Frank video where he's accusing somebody of stealing money from him, so that's going to be great.
You know, when
on my period today.
There is that Frank video there. I have a lot of tabs. Okay, I'm probably never watching another fucking Greg Doucette video again.
Hello.
He is literal trash.
TikTok.
Todd, would you like some mixed?
Vegetables are literally a scam. I shall watch this video as I'm eating a root vegetable.
Vegetables?
Hell no.
What did you say?
I said I don't want any damn vegetables.
All right, that's it, young man. No Bible stories for you tonight.
You're going down, peas. It's crunch time. Get suit.
Veggies.
Eat your veggies! Eat your starches!
Who wanted all vegetable?
I did. They're good and you're going to have some.
You've been told that vegetables are the best things to eat. What if this isn't true?
What if plants don't like to be eaten?
I was wrong about eating vegetables.
Dozens of people have.
How fucking deranged do you have to be to take up a position like that vegetables are bad for you? Like, how many fucking decades worth of prospective cohorts do we have?
Richard Kumar Burgess. How are you, my Nigerian prince? Have you been keeping up with all the shit in the Middle East war? Fuck, things are getting crazy. Are you predicting World War III? Love you, my Nigerian daddy. Richard Kumar Burgess. Richard Kumar Burge.
I think I've been keeping up with a good amount of it. Don't know if I'm fully up to date, but I have a cat here. They're like, I know Israel's kicking ass in Gaza. I know Iran is also threatening Israel, and there was recently the bombing there that was committed by ISIS. And all the fucking tards initially thought it was Israel, so there's a lot of interesting things going on. But thanks for the donation, Rant-Faced McGee. Don't think there's going to be World War III, but, you know, we'll see.
Ended up in the hospital with possible cases of E. coli.
The CDC announced another E. coli outbreak is impacting romaine lettuce.
people reported getting.
Are you into doom metal? I recently found this band who makes berserk-based music. Here is their album. My favorite song so far is A Prophecy. Hopefully you like it.
Let me see. Nah, can't say I really dig it. It's okay, but it's not something I'd really listen to. Thanks for the donation, though, Upward Ninja. Are you gonna play Baldur's Gate 3? Did you see the guy jump on the judge? How are you today? Might play Baldur's Gate 3 eventually. It's not really my type of game. I'm not usually into turn-based RPGs. But might play it eventually. And yeah, I did see that guy jump on the judge. That was pretty fucking hilarious. He could really leap. That's impressive how far he jumped. but let's keep watching this retardation. So, vegetables are bad because of E. coli outbreaks. Guess where E. coli outbreaks originate from? They're not from fucking vegetables, dumbass.
Sick, being hospitalized for liver dysfunction, and even having their gallbladders removed in some cases.
98 people from 22 different states making this the biggest multi-state E. coli outbreak in at least 12 years.
The affected region is Yuma, Arizona.
Cut fruit, cut cantaloupe, strawberries, caramel apples, tomatoes, onions. All these products are likely contaminated.
I ate a salad and now I have long-term health effects from it.
Yes, let's ignore all the E. coli outbreaks and deaths, that they all originate from animal agriculture, but let's ignore the ones that are linked to, like beef.
We're in a global food system where we're importing and exporting food all over the place. So problems that occur here can certainly be exported elsewhere. Bacteria.
Organic strawberries from the supermarket, brought them home, put them in a commercial press, pressed the juice out of them, and there was so much pesticide in the juice they were able to take that juice and respray the crop.
Whoa. And that is not true. That's just made up.
Still have the same level of pesticide protection from the juice that was squeezed.
That is made up bullshit.
From inorganic.
And organic only means that it uses less chemicals, pesticides. Organic simply doesn't mean pathogen-free.
I've been virtually plant-free in my diet for the last 3.5 years. That means no vegetables, no fruits, virtually no nuts.
Yeah,
no
and you're not going to
seeds.
live as long.
I've been eating just fatty red meat and eggs, occasional chicken and pork, and seafood. That has been the entirety of my diet, and I have not developed any vitamin.
Is this like an actual video?
Big and strong. Even becomes animals from eating them. And that's why vegetables are actually somewhat toxic for us to consume.
If these plants.
So, most plants do not have defenses against animals from consuming them. Some do. So, like capsaicin and hot peppers, that's an obvious example. But all the edible foods we eat, there's no sort of toxin that they produce that's designed to ward off large mammals from consuming them.
Plants are so toxic, how can animals eat them? Well, animals are adapted to eating these plants. These are herbivorous animals. Possums ingest doses of up to 10 grams of 1/8 cyniol per day, doses which would be quite poisonous for human beings.
And what if all the micronutrients vegetables do have are completely useless because our bodies can't absorb nearly
We can absorb them.
any of it? What if eating too much celery?
I've been vegan for, I think, 13 years now. I have never been deficient in any nutrient, ever. That's been the case my entire life. Every single blood test I've ever had, I've never been deficient in anything. And that's including while being 13 years vegan.
Has been linked to miscarriages and infertility. What if eating too much kale has been linked to thyroid disease and kidney stones?
It's not.
And yet today, all these vegetables have this magical...
I like how he says, what if? Okay, show me the research. Where's the prospective cohorts? Where's the randomized trials?
Aura around them. Today, when we think of a healthy diet, our brains automatically conjure up images of luscious, bland, leafy greens. When in reality, that is the exact opposite of what we should be eating. There's a reason why you don't feel full.
People who eat more vegetables live longer, so... I don't know if this guy is trying to say we shouldn't be living as long as we do.
Eating vegetables. There's a reason why vegetables usually taste bitter, because vegetables are not meant to be eaten.
What? So anything that tastes bitter, it's not supposed to be eaten. So, okay, like, you know how many fucking disgusting animal products there are? Like, if you were to just eat raw meat, by the way, that tastes like shit. It doesn't really have a taste. Maybe it just tastes a bit like blood. Liver tastes fucking disgusting. Organs taste fucking disgusting. If you were to eat, like, just animal fat, it's chewy and fucking gross. Like, people always cut out the grizzle on steaks. Like, So if something tastes bad, like, okay, how many kids are like insanely picky eaters? They won't eat like anything. I guess anything that kids eat are bad for them. I guess Oreos are the perfect health food because everybody fucking loves the taste of Oreos. So retarded, man. I don't know how this is still an argument in this community that, oh, well, it tastes bad, so it's bad for you. So ridiculous. Like, by that logic, Oreos are the best food for you.
So hard to get kids to eat their vegetables.
For millennia, people intuitively knew this. Vegetables didn't make up the majority of their diets. They ate meat that they hunted.
The first foods that were ever cultivated were vegetables. All large fucking successful societies grew plants as their main food source. And if vegetables weren't useful for our diet, we wouldn't have fucking cultivated them for so long. This guy's an idiot. Like, if they were useless, had no purpose, they, like, killed us, they reduced our, you know, our likelihood of living longer. Why did we cultivate them for so fucking long? It's just retarded. If this is ancient wisdom, then why are vegetables still here? Why have they been cultivated for thousands of years?
And fruit that they scavenged. Vegetables were used sparingly. And yet somehow, we've all been duped into thinking that salads, green smoothies, green juices, green powders are healthy.
There is some validity to considering.
Duped. So, like, yeah, when you see large-scale prospective cohorts and people who eat more vegetables live longer, like, I wouldn't call that being duped. I'd call that the evidence clearly indicates that vegetables are good for you. This guy's not going to show a single fucking study showing vegetables are bad for you. Like, oh, look, people who eat more broccoli have higher instances of fucking heart disease, or they have higher risk of all-cause mortality. Like, we're just not going to see that here.
Hey VG, is it true you chose to get circumcised as an adult? Just curious, what prompted this decision? Do you notice a difference in sensitivity/pleasure? Are you glad you got the procedure done, or do you regret it?
So, I got circumcised as an adult because I had really bad phimosis, and that was the only way to treat it in any sort of timely manner. It hurt like hell, and recovery was fucking horrific, but I don't regret doing it, and I have more sexual pleasure now because I don't have to deal with phimosis. If you don't have any kind of medical issue, I wouldn't recommend getting a circumcision, though. Thanks for the donation, Richard's erect penis.
How are you feeling? You sound chipper. Well, time to look in on our favorite shopkeeper.
I guess so. This video is irritating me, so might as well. Let's finish the video from yesterday, perhaps, and then we'll watch his newest video. Thanks for the donation. Thanks for the donation, James.
So, if I have some weird cravings, you can't judge me because I'm on my
This woman needs to put the camera about 10 feet further back.
period. I'm just a girl.
Speaking of yellow peppers, we ran out of the Giardiniera on Frankie's Strange Foods, but I think we will make some more next week. We have yellow peppers in the mix. Yeah, on my Amazon shop, we have the green pan nonstick pans, which I like using. You know, less toxic version of typical cookware. I mean, you definitely don't want to be using any sort of cooking spray. They have to use like chemicals to aerosize the whatever word it is to
Cooking spray is totally safe.
make it into a spray. Choose regular oil. Much healthier.
Well, she clearly eats like shit. There we go. Not enough cholesterol. Add the cheese.
Ronnie Coleman style cheesy grits. Have you guys seen that famous video of Ronnie Coleman mixing like the cheese in his grits?
Yeah, that is a terrible meal. So cholesterol, saturated fat, red meat, processed red meat, the worst type of meat for you. The grapes are fine, but yeah, basically everything else is just terrible.
This would actually be so healthy if it was high quality ingredients. As of right now, it's still probably better than most standard American dieters because she has a lot of protein in the meal. The downside is just it's such low quality, like crappy conventional turkey bacon, regular conventional store-bought eggs. It's so high in omega-6 and so inflammatory that like you will...
Omega-6 is not inflammatory. He says this every fucking time. Nuthead donated $2. Does she come off as entitled? Let me see.
List of jobs that men should not do, especially grown-ass men, okay? For one, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Matter of fact, any fast food restaurant, if you think that you're a grown-ass man working in a fast food restaurant is okay, something is wrong with you.
Well, here's what adults do. They fucking work for a living, and they make money however they need to. So, judging somebody for how they make money, why don't you go fuck yourself? You probably literally suck dick for a living.
All right? Leave those jobs to the teenagers. My nephew can't even get a job right now because there's some grown-ass man in his goddamn 40s flipping my goddamn burger. Okay? Let it go.
Yeah, this girl's literally a thought, and she's judging people how they make a Shut up! Quiet! No! Why do you think that's okay? Yeah, she's a bitch. Entitled as fuck. Thanks for the donation, Nuthead.
Was it cooked long enough?
I guess so. It looks cooked. Thanks for the donation, James. No.
Hey VG. Was watching a stream from yesterday and saw that you said you had E. coli in your knee. That's one of the infections I got in my testicles after the testicular torsion. Can confirm absolute worst pain ever. Worse than the torsion.
Yeah, I didn't think an infection would be so horrifically painful. But yeah, E. coli infections are horrific. I also had a crazy, ridiculous fever, too. Thanks for the donation, though, Fohammer. Hopefully it doesn't damage your testicles.
Why can't people just mind their own dame business?
Probably because they're pieces of shit. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo. Let me see.
Will not be able to lose weight eating this low-quality animal foods, and then, I mean, the cheesy grits, like... more low quality, non-organic carbohydrates, you know, what type of cheese is in it, the grapes, I mean, I have nothing against grapes.
Organic does not matter.
You usually want to go organic though. But the benefit of having a whole fresh fruit like this, you know, sometimes the dried fruit can be too concentrated and very dehydrating, so it's not that great for digestion. And then fruit juice.
How much do we have to pay you to never watch another Frank video again? Fuck James Wade and his whole crew. James Wade is old and when farts there's always a stray bit of poopy that comes along. James like to chug bottles of cough syrup and masturbate.
Maybe if you give me $500,000, I'll never watch a Frank vid again. Thanks for the donation, though, Edow Sema J. Appreciate it.
Juices can cause dysbiosis because they lack the fiber.
Okay, I'm eating breakfast even though it's...
Have you ever serenaded Jasmine?
Yeah, I guess I have. Thanks for the donation, Raju.
getting kind of late. I made some scrambled eggs with cheese, peppers, onion, and then these are grits. Apparently a lot of people are not familiar with grits, which is the thing that we make here, I guess in the South for breakfast. I don't know if it's a thing that people make other places. All of my videos, people are like, what are grits? They are so good. I make instant grits. So I just put them in the microwave with some water, they're already cheese flavored, and I just add salt and pepper, and usually that's good for like a side dish for me.
Like we did the video on cream of wheat over the weekend. Grits is like what corn is, or well, in that wheat context. So they basically just take the corn, they grind it up, and they cook it in a porridge style. If you're going to do this with...
Come in my mouth, Donatillers. I know you don't like the guy, but I'm interested to get your take on this recent video by Alex O'Connor. I respect your moral judgment. I'm curious to see to what extent you agree with Alex on this topic. The ethics of Grand Theft Auto. I'll tell you right now, probably everything he's about to say is fucking stupid. There's literally no relationship between video game violence and real life violence, so... we can watch that later. Thanks for that donation, that'll come in my mouth.
React to this.
Let me see.
Hey guys, it's Misha and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about the state of American higher education and how the academic environment has changed over the years. Now young adults are paying all this money for tuition to basically be indoctrinated and brainwashed into this leftist ideology, leaving college thinking that they are...
Isn't this insanely dishonest conservative chick that we've reacted to before?
Are a non-binary Zizemzer, labeling themselves as a communist, and the big one, splitting everyone up into oppressed and the oppressor. So I want to talk about whether or not that degree is even worth your time, energy, money. Sense that after attending an indoctrination camp, a lot of people who may have entered university in the center, or even, poor soul, you just don't know. One of the values of American universities was freedom of speech, being able to have respectful debates with people even, right? Because that's how women can be trapped in a man's body or vice versa. That's not asking anyone to be violent. That's not asking anyone to do something illegal. But that doesn't go along with their ideology. You can't say that. So, shh. You might offend someone, and words are violence. Instead of encouraging freedom.
Okay, I don't care. She's just fucking annoying. Thanks for that donation, Dodo.
Damn, he knows me well. Love my fanboys and fangirls.
Yes, you're becoming more famous than me. Thanks for the donation, James.
With corn, you probably want to use white corn, which is less inflammatory, and maybe use higher quality cheese and higher quality butter to make it, but you can make a healthy version of everything here.
Anyways, I had some cotton candy grapes as well, and they were about to go bad, and I was like, if I don't eat them today, then they're gonna go bad. So I made a bowl of grapes.
If you guys have never had those, I remember a few years ago Whole Foods had organic versions of cotton candy grapes. They are so delicious, but a lot of times they don't have them organic.
And they taste really good. I also like my turkey bacon to look almost burnt, so you can get the good crunch. Let's taste everything. I kind of just mix my eggs and grits together as I go. When I mix my eggs and grits together, it reminds me of when I was younger and my grandmother would always make loaded grits. She would put cheese, scrambled eggs, fresh sausage, and like crumble it up into the grit.
Gee, I wonder why she's overweight.
And it would just be like yummy, cheesy, loaded grits. Also, the easiest way to make turkey bacon, just throw it in the air fryer. Juicy grapes.
Smells like grass.
Smells like grass. Most scientific wisdom and knowledge we've ever gotten from any of these girls that ever drank matcha. Smells like grass. Yes, you're drinking grass. It's not good for you.
I don't know why he thinks matcha is bad for you.
Okay, that's good enough. For 2 ounces, warm or room temperature.
Maybe if her freckles look more like spots. All right, I'm not going to make a joke about her going out in the field and eating grass like a cow, but well, we'll pretend I almost did.
Water into the mug. Okay, I already have some water.
Hey.
I've had matcha about once in my life from...
My lost her shit on what? Oh. They was borking.
Frank should become her personal trainer.
I think Frank is the last person you want as your personal trainer. He does not know how to weightlift or exercise or do anything. Yeah. Thanks for the donation, though, Sam's. I don't know.
Scooters.
Isn't it ironic, bro? Isn't it ironic? We have the luxury of sitting inside and eating a nice, juicy steak. Instead, people opt to be like the cows that are stuck outside shitting all over the place. We now bring the grass inside and eat the grass inside.
What's your favorite plant-based meat brand, or which ones do you think tastes the best, basically?
I think King's Vegetarian, I think that's what it's called, has the best mock meats that I like. I really like, good sort of Asian-style mock chicken, so I think King's Vegetarian.
Brand also has the sexy stuff.
Yeah. Thanks for that donation, though, Snowy Hills.
777,777,777.
Let's see. Left Islam, countless other Muslims are doing the same. We can watch this. Thanks for that donation, Leithan, though.
What are your philosophy worldviews? Nihilism, deontology, utilitarianism. And who are your fav philosophers? Praise Nietzsche.
I don't have a favorite philosopher. I'm an existential nihilist and threshold deontologist. Thanks for that donation, though, Emmanuel.
He might surprise us with Big Mama.
No, he wouldn't. I've seen his training. It's horrific. It is embarrassingly bad. It's so bad, in fact, that even his own idiot audience criticizes him for his terrible training, and he stopped doing workout videos because of it. Thanks for that donation, though, James.
ये जो लोग हैं जिनको सजाए मौत दी जा रही है जिनके साथ ये सब इन सब की शक्लें दिखानी चाहिए ताकि वो खानदान के खानदान पता चलेंगे उनके खानदान में ये सारा कुछ जो औलाद हैं उनके साथ वो निजासत को साफ करना फिर आले बैत साहबा वाजे मुतारात के मुकद्दस नाम उनको माज़अल्लाह सरेआम उनके ऊपर गंदगी डालना और इस तरह की वीडियो हम वो बदनसीब हैं जो ये सारा कुछ देख रहे हैं.
Is Islam really the fastest growing religion in the world? Muslims are leaving Islam by the hundreds of thousands, and I'm all for it. You may have heard that Islam is the fastest growing religion in the world, and that by the year 2050, the number of Muslims will be equal to the number of Christians. This implies that Islam is attracting new believers.
Who don't need tillers? Isn't deontology just utilitarianism, but rights are the utility you try to maximize? No. I would disagree with that. It's more of a principled stance. The outcomes might actually end up being worse, but based on some principles that you value, you still stand up for certain rights. Thanks for that donation, though, Pooh.
In droves, year after year, while Christianity is dwindling. It even leads many Christians to think that Islam is on a meteoric rise, while Christianity is a quickly sinking ship. But these claims are actually quite misleading. The religion of Islam is indeed on the rise, but that's not because people are converting to it. The growing number of Muslims in the world is mainly due to Muslim families having more and more children. Considering the fact that a Muslim man can marry up to 4 women, and considering the fact that Muslim men are also allowed to take female captives to use for sex, then it's really no surprise that birth rates in Muslim nations are so high. Furthermore, the penalty for apostasy in Islam is death. This leads to many people who are actually apostates to claim that they are Muslim in order to avoid being murdered. So what do the real statistics actually tell us? In an article published by theconversation.com in 2020, we are told that Iran boasts to have a 99.5% Muslim population. However, what Iran's census won't tell us is that only about 40% of its population comprises true practicing Muslims. Only 32% of Iran's total population is Shiite Muslim, while a measly 5% is Sunni Muslim. As mentioned before, countries who are Muslim majority have certain Islamic laws set in place. This means that apostasy is punished to varying degrees. Take my birth country as an example. In Algeria, generally speaking, you won't be criminalized for leaving Islam, but you will absolutely suffer persecution at the hands of your family members and those in your community. This more than likely includes death threats, something that I suffered myself. And if you are caught,
IMG.
That's good to know. Thanks for the donation, James.
Are antipsychotics worth taking despite their side effects?
Depends on the severity of your symptoms, what symptoms you're trying to treat, and what side effects are tolerable and how you tolerate the medication. Thanks for the donation, though, Nautica Breeze. Appreciate it.
attempting to seduce Muslims into leaving Islam like you did, you absolutely will be imprisoned, and you will be imprisoned indefinitely. In the country of Egypt, one can have their civil rights taken away, their marriages annulled, their inheritance stripped, and they can also be subjected to indefinite prison sentences for apostatizing. And this isn't even factoring in countries like Saudi Arabia, the UAE, or Yemen, who uphold the Sharia law, which calls for the immediate killing of any apostates. The reality is that Muslim apostates from all around the world choose to remain.
He is boring me.
Yeah, this video's a little slow. We'll watch the rest later. Thanks for the donation, James.
It's whatever.
It was okay. It smells like grass still.
Okay.
This is due about a cup of almond milk. I don't know what's a cup, but I'm gonna say that's about a cup. I have this oat creamer, and the flavor is oatmeal cookie. I'm gonna do another little mix before I add the ice. I'm actually excited.
That type of almond milk, it has chemicals, flavorings. To even call it almond milk is ridiculous when most of that liquid is like chemicals and flavorings and synthetic vitamins. It doesn't.
No. So, almond milk is almond milk. They might add, like, vanilla for flavoring. And I don't know what he means by chemicals. He has this, weird obsession with chemicals. Thy one for Africa, donated $2. Broder, please come back to Africa.
If I ever went abroad, I would never come back to Africa. Why would I even come back to Africa? Joy, why do you dare come?
Well, James, you're weirdly obsessed with a creepy weird guy that you don't even like. So I imagine that everything else must be boring to you.
Okay, well, thanks for the donation, then, now. Appreciate it.
Just like the stuff you sell, Frank?
Yes, what he sells is probably, probably has a higher chemical burden because animals bioaccumulate things, but thanks for that donation, James.
Back. I get that question a lot, but the reason is very simple actually. It may mean a lot to someone else, but it would mean nothing to someone else. And to me, the fact that I can harvest organic fruit straight in a compound this early morning without worrying about how much I'm going to pay for it. I'm eating sour soap right now. Delicious organic sour soap. It's only possible for me to experience that kind of life here in this land that people hate so much. It shouldn't be the big things that inspire you to live here. But if you can see the joy in the smallest things, you really enjoy this land. It has its pros and cons, but so does the abroad countries. Even the abroad countries have their pros and cons. But it depends on you and your mindset to see the good thing.
Well, that's interesting.
Megans seem to be outtoning GHT.
I don't know what you mean by that, but thanks for the donation, James.
He doesn't even have his kid money yet. Yo, you're fucking... I'm beta. I'm asking 33 years old. And yo, get me some water bottles, John. Give me some fucking... You're lucky I made friends with your security. Hey, now we can't box. There's a whole... Oh, you box like a bitch, too. I slapped the dog shit out of you. I slapped the dog shit out of you. You punch like a bitch. I slapped you, dog. 5 fingers to the face. You punch like a bitch. You punch like a bitch. Sorry, my bad. Oh, hey, I snapped you.
Yes. By the way, is cow dung vegan?
Going to ask our neighbors
Probably not.
for some more cow dung. Yes, guys, I went to borrow some cow dung from the neighborhood. As you can see, things like getting cow dung from our neighbors is only possible because of community. It looks like something so small, but in our hearts, it's something so big. And someone asked if cow dung ends up smelling later on. The reason why I went to get this cow dung is because we are going to refresh the winnowers. Cow dung at our kraal was not enough, so we had to go get the neighbor's cow dung to help do that job. And someone asked if the cow dung smells over time. That is the exact opposite. To me, I only
My groupies are in fine form tonight.
Fuck. God damn it. Yes, they are. Thanks for that donation, James.
don't mind the smell of cow dung. So the cow dung doesn't smell as it ages. It instead scents well as it ages.
I have a hard time believing that cow dung smells better as it ages. But okay.
Doesn't make any sense. Just, if any of you guys are vegans or whatever, or like drinking these type of plant milks, we actually did a video on how to make your own homemade macadamia nut milk, which, by the way, homemade macadamia nut milk is really, really delicious and healthy. You just roast some macadamia nuts, you blend them up with some sugar, vanilla. It is absolutely delicious and 10 times healthier than anything you will ever buy in the store.
I don't know if she's going to taste very good, but I do know that she is very acid.
Don't worry, guys. As soon as we take over the meat industry and the rest of the food industry, the macadamia nut milk will be on my list of products to sell.
Yeah, macadamia nut milk is not particularly healthy as opposed to other plant-based milks.
I don't lose my vision.
Politically pleasing. All I taste is milk. Hold on a second. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna fuck it up by doing this, but I'm just gonna try and just put the matcha in there. Because I literally taste no matcha. It just tastes like flavored milk. This is probably gonna fuck it up. I don't care. Like, it's not bad, but all I taste is milk.
She wants
At
to taste.
least I kinda know.
So she wants it to taste worse. She wants to keep adding matcha until she feels like it's healthy.
For next time that I need to add a little bit more matcha. Like, this one's not even giving green for real, like the ones I saw on TikTok. Also, next time I'm gonna add like a little bit of sweetener. Also, I would really like to try it hot. I don't know. I just recently got into hot.
Yeah, I mean, usually these vegan girls are a bunch of virtue signaling sadists, so they'll just...
She's not vegan. What the fuck is he talking about?
put the matcha in like hot water without anything else and raw dog it like some black coffee. I mean, then you'll really taste it.
Hot drinks, and I've been drinking hot chocolate, so I might like that. But also, I don't really like tea that much, so I don't know. Look at the mess that I made just from making this one trash matcha. Crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm about to break another camera. What the heck? So excited, because guess what just came in? Ah! My new iPhone 15 Pro Max. I cannot believe this. We gotta unbox it right now. I feel like I'm gonna like mess it up. Oh my gosh, I'm turning it on right now. Don't you just love the hell?
As expensive as the
I think you have to be a literal retard to get an iPhone 15.
iPhones are, like, if you have.
I was squatting earlier this morning and accidentally filled up my adult Depends. It was a big smell mess that almost made me throw up, but I managed to hold it down to make sure there wasn't an even bigger mess. Sometimes these things happen, always clench.
All right, well, sorry to hear that, and thanks for the advice. Appreciate the donation, James. Let's see. The Only Path donated $2. He reminds me of Jake. Let me see. Wow. Oh my god. Dear friends. Does look a little bit like Jake. A little. Yeah, I know. Wow. Wants to be friends with Cat. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's such a nice kitty. That's a really funny cat. Oh my god. So handsome. I love cats. So orange. Oh yeah, that is a pretty orange dog. Wow. Quite orange. My goodness. Wow. Oh, wow. That looks really cute. Birds are funny. Shut up. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, that's amazing. That's some good munching. Wow.
Calling because I want to cancel my gym membership.
Oh man, sir, is there a reason why? Like, is everything
Yeah,
okay?
it was just too much money for me right now, and I just got like other things that I gotta pay for, so like I just want to go ahead and cancel it.
Well, how about we offer you a free month, so you get some time to pay,
Oh, thank you, I appreciate that, but it's cool, it's alright. I'm gonna just go ahead and just cancel.
You sure, sir? We could also offer you free training for 2 weeks if that will
Wow,
help you stay.
that's really good, but it's okay, man. Like I'm cool, man. You go ahead and cancel it.
No.
Wait, huh?
Yeah, you heard me. We kinda can't let you do that, sir.
Look, man, I don't know what type of games y'all playing, man, but like, can you just cancel my membership, man?
No games being played here, sir. I just can't do that. Can't let you go.
Yo, listen, bro. Like I said, I don't know what you saying or whatnot, but you can go ahead and go on your computer and cancel that because I'm not.
184 Howard Street, right? Yeah, did I get that right? Yeah, that's where I thought you lived, huh? Yeah. 7:30 every morning. You take your son to go to school. Yeah, he's gonna be something one day. Hopefully, unless something stops him. Yeah.
All right, man. All right, just let's take it easy, man. Just
let's take it easy. How about you bring your fat ass back to the gym? All right?
okay.
Well, all right then. I guess I'll see you this week then, huh?
Yeah. I'll be there.
Okay.
That's a pretty good skit. That was good. Well, thanks for that, The Only Path.
If Frank took over animal agriculture, it would soon cease to exist.
Yeah, probably, because he's like obsessed with grass-fed this and that, and it has to all be organic and shit. If the industry only used those standards, it would cease to exist. Thanks for the donation, James, and he's a terrible, manager. Buy one for Africa, donate $2. Africa rules. Let me see.
Bay said that he really wanted some pizza for dinner tonight, but y'all know I never use my oven, so I just used this little dash cooker that my friend had gave me. Now, y'all know we're trying to be healthy for the new year, so we decided to just do salads instead of french fries on the side of our pizza.
Gross.
We eat our salads extremely plain. It was basically just lettuce, ranch, cheese, and I don't know about y'all up in y'all household, but
This is healthy? Oh my god.
we will go through an entire bag of croutons in one night. So, of course, I loaded everybody's salad up with some croutons on top. And then me and Bay got a little bit of chopped tomatoes. To my surprise, the little dash cooker actually cooked the pizza really good. And it only took about 10 minutes to cook it. I gave Bay 3 slices of pizza. I gave baby girl 2 slices of pizza. And I just gave myself 1 slice of pizza. Of course, everybody wanted a little Parmesan on top of their pizza. And because, again, we trying to be healthy, we actually
Dude, what? This is trying to be healthy?
had thin crust pizza for tonight, and Bay asked for a little bit of extra ranch to go on the side of his pizza. I just discovered this little habanero sauce. I have fallen in love with it, so of course I added some of that on top of mine. And baby,
Dude, they're not gonna live long. Have you done a dinner dump?
I was running through the 6 with my woes. Yeah.
I have not done a dinner dump. Well, that seems relatively retarded. Thanks for the donation, Thy One for Africa. James donated $2. Let me see. Oh no! Where did it go? Oh no! Oh no! It disappeared. Poor raccoons. That's funny. Yeah, that one figured out that he shouldn't put it in water. That's funny. Thanks for the donation, James.
My adult diaper spilled over onto the floor, the contents seeped through the wooden slats and dripped on my neighbor's head. I just got a text from my neighbor asking me, what the heck am I doing up here and why is my poop going through the wood slats?
Well, I guess maybe you should double up on diapers next time, and be sure to clench extra hard. Thanks for the donation, James.
Have one, and you trade it in every year. I think it's only like, well, it's still a lot of money, but it's only a few $100s to get the newer model.
Low screen.
Ryan Webb donated $2. Is Bloho, like Frank, going more towards plants? Let me see. Me eating plant-based does not mean bro diets are ineffective. That's interesting. Okay, we'll watch that. How much more time do we have? Let's take a break from the Frank vid, watch Bloho. Also, new compilation, lol.
I will fucking end you. I have worked as
Okay, we'll watch that Bloho compilation. Thanks for the donation, Ryan Webb.
everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. Sipping my water, my Sonic Cherry Limeade, my sugar-free, high aspartame stuff. So this is kind of a response to some of the comments I get to different ideas when I'm discussing things. And I think what a lot of people don't get is just because I'm working with an idea, I'm looking at research on something, or I'm utilizing one variable, doesn't mean that I reject or don't even use those other variables with clients, or that I don't think that other things work. And I think this is because so many people get caught up in very dogmatic black and white thinking that it's hard for them to grasp that a person can say X, Y, and Z all work. There can be advantages and disadvantages to each one of those things. And then maybe this over here, Q or P or whatever, maybe not so good, right? And I think that's a lot for people to grasp. And I'll give you a couple things that we've talked about recently. Training volumes, training style, training for strength, training for aesthetics, plant-based diets, all this stuff. Okay. Great one to talk about right off the bat. You know, someone has said, hey, I thought you said bro diets and these.
Based.
Let me see, Grandam.
We reward everyone for just participating in life. Hey, you're alive, you exist. Here is a trophy. You don't need to aspire to anything. You don't need to want it. You just need to exist, and that's all you need. You are perfect just the way you are. No, you're not. How many of us are perfect? None of us. I certainly am not.
This whole, like, thing against participation trophies, it doesn't encourage anybody to not try harder. Like, everybody knows what a participation trophy is. It's just something to make it so people don't feel excluded or left out or let down. Like, the people who are winners or want to win are still motivated, and they still know what winning actually is.
Why do you think I'm reading book after book to improve myself? Because we're all flawed. And is there something wrong with being flawed? Of course not. What's wrong is not doing anything about it. To be complacent and not try to be better. The day you think that you're finished, that you don't need to improve, that's the day you die. You should always be striving to be your best. Your absolute best. Can you be better today than you were yesterday?
This is coming from a guy who lost pretty much all of his close friends, and even his girlfriend, who he was with for like 10 years, broke up with him, and that's after he got rich.
Better tomorrow than you are today. And if you can, if you don't try to, then what is the point?
Yeah. Right.
To be away from us, thank you.
Yeah. I want to know why you have a pig in the middle of
We're on a walk. Can you just leave us alone? Obviously, like you're not a part of our walk. You don't have to be here.
No, this is a community that has bylaws, and if you have a dog, you have it on a leash.
He's on a leash.
He's in a leash.
He's under control, my pet. More than your dog, I'm sure.
No, it's huge. It's a huge animal.
So what?
Oh my god, look how big that pig is.
Who cares if he's huge?
He's eating landscape.
Excuse me.
No, ma'am, he's eating the landscape. Look at that! Look at that! Right on our lawn.
She's picking it up. She's picking it up.
All the time. No, it's all. Look at how much is in there. Seriously.
It's fine. You are being a grumpy pants. Leave
have a
us
problem,
alone.
You need to contact my lawyer. Okay.
Leave us alone.
I can tell you have a pig.
Get away.
As an emotional support animal.
Get away from us.
Again, leave. So what is the
Leave.
Pig? What is the pig's name?
Hey, Karen, go bother somebody else.
Oh my god. If I saw a big pig like that, I'd be like, can I pet the pig?
Okay? We're on a walk in public. Please leave. Go bother other people.
Oh my god, that's an amazing oinker.
You've been living here for a year. You've been living here for a year. Then
I love how they oink.
This is not hurting you. He's fine.
Everything that goes on around
Wow.
here, I do. I know everything.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure
That's a
you
good
do.
oinker.
He's not hurting you. Look at him.
Oh my
He's
goodness.
Fine. He's on a leash. We're cleaning up
Such a
after
good
him.
boy.
Again, if you have any problem, contact my lawyer.
He is.
No, I would like to contact the association.
He's an emotional
Call the
support
association.
animal. Go for it. Tell
Spoke with the
them.
lawyer on it.
They know.
I'm going to take a picture of this animal.
Please do.
Of this pig.
Oh my goodness, look at that beautiful oinker.
You just leave us alone. We're on a nice walk. And we were. Well, then you need to open your mind.
That's a really cute pig.
You don't need to know our names. On your boy.
Dude, why the fuck would anybody have a problem with you walking a pig? Like, that's fucking awesome.
I am following up on this.
Good. Go ahead.
I am following up.
That's a really good pig. I like pigs.
Yo, I can't believe.
Oh yeah, we're gonna watch this Frank vid next, don't worry. Thanks for the donation, Grandam.
Any of these seem accurate? Lol.
Let me see.
Oh my god, there's a major global conflict. What are your thoughts?
Me?
Yes, what's your opinion on the...
Not funny.
Black liberal. Of course I'm gonna vote for the Democrats, although they've done nothing for black people. I'm a black liberal. Although I'm the CEO of a 7-figure company, of course I'm a victim. I'm a black liberal. I hate racism, except if it's against the Jews. Free Palestine.
Okay, that one's based.
I'm a black liberal. Now I know growing up in the hood that all the people selling drugs were black and all the crime is black on black violence. Of course it's the white man's fault though. I'm a black liberal. Although I've done my research and more white people are in poverty, more white people are on food stamps, more white people get killed by
Per capita, more black people are in poverty.
police, twice as many white people. But white privilege is definitely real. I'm a black liberal with no evidence whatsoever. Of course I think the cops are gonna kill me for no reason.
Yeah, the one about Palestine was based, but, you know.
Oh, whoever designed this building, bro, needs to be fired, bro. How the hell you gonna put a toilet right here? Right? I'm glad they covered the seat though, but how the hell you gonna put a toilet in front of this big ass glass that's facing the train station, bro?
Who the fuck?
Bro, whoever.
Dude, wouldn't that be great? Like having an audience while you're taking a shit? You know what's funny? I keep having these recurring dreams where I have to like piss and shit in public, like on a toilet. Like I'll go into, you know, a room where there's like a bunch of people and there's a toilet in the corner, and then I have to like piss and shit in front of them. I keep having dreams like that. I don't know why. I have so many like piss and shit dreams. Thanks for the donation, Grey Knight. Appreciate it.
Motivational speech for Richard Burgess. I don't know if you've seen the 6th Rocky movie, but I think it's pretty underrated.
I have not. I actually still haven't seen it. I should watch that. I haven't watched any of the Creed movies. I should watch those.
Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that.
The only thing, I've seen this speech, and I've seen the training montage. The training montage is sick. Sometimes I watch it before I work out.
You know all there is to know about fight. Most of you out driving.
Yeah, the Rocky training montages are fucking dope. Thanks for the donation, vegans in Paris. Toe donated $2. Would you support China if they used extreme authoritarianism to enforce veganism? Well, I wouldn't support China, but I would support China enforcing veganism. I wouldn't support them in general, though. By the way, why do carnists like to waste meat for fun? Because they're dipshits.
Cooking a steak in ketchup is something I never thought I would do. I mean, take a look at it. Is there any possibility that this high-quality steak is going to turn out good? I'm very skeptical. So after the steak was fully covered with it, I baked it in the oven until 135 degrees Fahrenheit temperature was
That's just going to burn.
Reached. Then it was time to remove the steak. And once I did, to my surprise, the steak came out pretty clean. You should only wish you...
Ew.
You're not smelling it. It's not very pleasant. But after cleaning up the steak, you can see that it needs a crust and it needs to be seasoned as well. So I went ahead and did it with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Took it outside on the grill and put a nice crust on it. But the question is this worth it? Well?
Oh, I saw this guy on Chubby Emo's channel.
That's so good. Wow, that hit me by surprise, everybody.
Cookie and steak.
Yeah, eat that if you don't want to live too long. Thanks for the donation, Toe.
Perhaps the angry anti-pig lady hath not received PP in years. In other news, look at this hecking Cato, you son of a bitch.
Oh, dude, I can fucking guarantee you she's in a bad mood because she hasn't gotten any good D. Oh my god.
Mish. Mish, mish. Mish, mish. Beep. Meow.
Wow, so orange. Oh my god. That's a good heckin' Cato. Thanks for the donation, Oatgoat.
These high protein bro diets can work really well for body composition, bodybuilding. Are you rejecting that now? Since you're messing with mostly plant-based. And I'm like, no, of course not. So, I mean, here should be common sense. Have bro diets very successfully worked for body composition and bodybuilding purposes for decades? Yes. Do they have an extremely high track record of success? Yes. Are they easy to do? Yes. None of that changes. Things that
What's Prismo doing?
He's finding my USB stick.
Oh. Give me my Prim Prim. Can you give me my Prim Prim? Oh. Prim Prim. Come here, Prim Prim. Prim Prim. Come here. I get this dog. Okay, come here. Every time I call any animal, fucking Mai comes to get rubs. You can call Prismo or Faye or Finn. She'll just come running and be like, I want rubs. Look at this dog. You guys see this dog? It's a pretty good dog. Look at this dog. Yeah, she likes to lamb. Yeah, you're a sweetie. Mwah. You're a good dog. It's a good dog. Dutchy $20. Intersectionals are at it again after Gary Yourofsky with what he said about Palestine. What did he say? I'm actually interested. I said that Palestinians are the most psychotic group of people on the planet. I stand by that statement, but I want to clarify something essential. I'm a misanthrope, not a racist. As usual, I win. Checkmate. You lose. Fuck you. Fucking base. Okay. Somehow I've gotten even more respect for Gary Yourofsky. I should try to reach out to him one day. I don't think he lives too far away from me. I think he's still in Detroit. Let's see. Cranky Vegan commented on this one. Oh, fucking Cranky Vegan's a dumb bitch. Honestly think that every rapist should have his cock and balls removed. Yeah, I've seen that. I noticed that posting Gary Yourofsky quotes has become popular again. Here's a quote that always spoke to me. How about you? Okay, that's weird. I don't know if he means that ironically, but yeah. He's an angry dude, and I understand why he's angry for sure. Just everybody around him doesn't have the same sort of sense of justice that he does, and that can be really fucking frustrating. Thanks for the donation though, Dutchy. Toe donated $2. Who's at fault here?
What's up, guys? There's Check County Accountability out here in the city of, I believe it's Temple City. Out here doing the first amendment audit right here, so let's see how this goes. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Seems like we got somebody right here with the pressure washer.
Oh, hey, I think that might be a 0. It's either a 0 or a DR, can't tell.
Guessing you already reacted to Joey Carbstrong's anti-Israel community tab post. Did Avi or you reach out for debate? Also noticed he received support on YouTube, but mostly hate on Instagram for it.
I didn't see him post anything about anti-Israel bullshit on YouTube. I did see his post on Instagram, and I commented on that post. Avi did as well. Joey doesn't do debates, and he especially wouldn't debate me or Avi. He completely burned the bridge with me after I called him out for the bullshit he did with Anonymous for the Voiceless. So there wouldn't be any point, but I did leave a comment basically going over why his position's fucking stupid. Thanks for the donation though, Fuel. One donated $2. Let me see. Oh my god. Whoa. So orange and so tired. Wow. Oh my god. Oh, now he's awake. Oh my god. Cats are great. Oh my god, again. It's funny, he sleeps with his eyes open. Oh. Such tired. Oh my god. Whoa. Zombie cat. It's funny how they have that thing that like frogs and amphibious animals have. That's amazing. Well, thanks for the donation, one. Appreciate it. What, they just get mad at this guy for filming?
I'm recording you guys too, but you guys don't speak? Are you guys deaf? Because I'm going to call the police right now. Can you tell me anything? No? Okay, thank you.
It's funny how people don't understand the law.
Back up, man.
Why you recording me, bro?
On trip. Back up.
Oh, you said what? I'm from EC1, I know, nigga. Give me your phone, nigga.
Fucking piece of shit. He attacks him and then he calls the fucking cops.
Let me borrow your phone, I'll call the cops for you, man.
Right there, that's your car, that's your car, that's your car, that's your car right there. That's your car right there.
Money on my hand, bro! Bleeding in my eye!
Here, come here. Come here, sit down.
We'll help you.
Sit down. Sit down right here. Sit down right here. Sit down. I got some water in my car. Hey, get him some water.
Dude, what a fucking dumb bitch.
Man. Get him some water. Chill out, man.
That's hilarious. Yeah, dude, the guys filming were completely in the right. They can film on public property all they want. Love how he attacks them, fucking gets pepper sprayed, and then calls the police. It's like, dude, that's funny. Dodo Nutellers, can you react? Let me see.
The world that we live in.
Why does today's world make you so unhappy? I'll react to that later. Seems interesting. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
I'm talking about with loading more plants. Number one, there's more nuance. It's actually a little harder to make it work because you have to focus a lot more on protein intake. Okay, it's actually...
You do not. There are plenty of high-protein plant foods.
Not as easy. Number two, when we're dealing with it, what else? We're talking about health.
Check out this dude. His shtick is that he films himself getting stoned in public. It's really great and funny, you'd have to see it to understand.
What is good, Yodi family? Damian Luck back with another banger. I am the original Fulcrum. Fulcrum, come in. Yodi gang, you feel me? Blinker hit number 1. Yodi gang, blinker number 1 down. I hope everyone's having a good day, you feel me? 5,000 if you didn't have a motherfucking purpose, bro. You feel me? I'm a double blinker hit. But yeah, Yodi gang, I hope everyone's having a good day.
Did I tell you that? I don't know nothing about.
You don't know about the double blinkers? Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I appreciate you though.
Double blinkers, but not those double blinkers. I'm playing. Nah, we got like automotive stuff on our floor.
What double blinkers are you talking about?
Now, you know, double blinkers can be a lot of different things.
I feel you. School today, you feel me? I don't want to go to goddamn school today. I want to take fucking double blinkers and motherfucking lows, you feel me? Fuck school. I don't want to go to school. Better take a double blinker, fool. Alright, Yodi gang, so I asked the employee if he knew where the double blinkers were. He had no idea where the double blinkers are. I got him right here. I'm about to attempt this shit for the first time right now, you feel me? Let me move the angle, actually. You found the double blinker?
Hey, Prim. What's the matter? Come here. Here's my Prim. See, everybody? This is my Prim. It's a really good kitty. Love you, Prim. You're a good boy. Yeah, you're a good boy.
The double blinkers.
The double blinkers?
We got 9 on hand.
Oh shit, that's not what I'm talking about, man.
Oh man.
I found him. I appreciate you though, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah.
I found him. You want to see him? Cheers, Yodi gang.
Hey.
I'm faded in the hole. You want a double blinker?
No, thank you.
You want a double blinker?
No, thank you.
You guys have a good day? Oh. Boys didn't do shit. Do you want to try a blinker real quick? I'm faded out here in Yodi land. I'm sure you feel me. Early in the morning, bro.
That was not funny.
Considerations. I am not necessarily telling anyone that, hey, if you're trying to comprise the overwhelming majority of your calories from these whole food plants, because again, I'm not talking about, I nowhere said vegan diets, I said a whole foods plant-based, which is what, even Alexander Leonidas was talking about. It's the same thing. We're talking about getting as many antioxidants, phytonutrients, and things like that as we can in our diet and cutting out things that could have potential negatives to our health. Meaning, what are we cutting out?
Blaha is going completely on a plant-based diet? Really? This is funny. I wonder if he's just watching my content. So, Like, I know he is. I know he's watching my live streams because he made a fucking community post about me, about shit I said about him on my live stream. That is fucking hilarious. He must be seeing that I'm stronger than him and shit, and he's like, maybe I'll try his diet. That's funny.
Trimming saturated fat down, trimming down refined sugars, all that stuff.
Oh my God.
And choosing to be in favor of loading as many antioxidants, phytonutrients, things like that as we can into our diet for health purposes, living longer, reducing cancers, reducing cardiovascular disease. That is what we're talking about. There is no conflict. There is no conflicting statement here. Does that make sense? None of that has anything to do with saying, hey, a chicken, broccoli, and brown rice bodybuilder diet doesn't work. Of course it works.
Like, it wasn't even too long ago. It had to have been, like, just a few months that he was saying, like, a vegan diet is deficient and shit, and, like, what was he saying? It's an eating disorder or something? Like, and now here's the flip-flop.
It is self-evident that it works because you guys have seen it demonstrated for decades extremely successfully for people in the pursuit of body composition as a primary.
Some Brittany truth.
Let me
20
see.
lessons that I learned from God in 2023. What God has for you is for you, and no rumor, plot, or man can stop that. Just because God asks you to forgive them doesn't mean he's asking you to let them back into your life. Wisdom is listening twice as much as you speak. For that breakthrough, Satan is always going to send a counterfeit. If they hated Jesus for speaking truth, they're going to hate you too. Stay grounded in who the Lord has called you to be, despite what the world says. God gives, but he also takes away. God will open doors, but he will also shut them. Don't forget to thank God for the prayers that he didn't answer. Pride puffs up a man, but humility lowers him. God can do a lot more with your scared yes than he can with you living in fear. But everything that shines is God appointed. That apple looked appealing in the garden too. You will never go wrong praying for an increase in wisdom and discernment. When you choose Jesus, you're gonna lose family and friends. Don't be mad at the person. Be mad at the demonic spirit influencing the person. The Bible is not a cute book with nice quotes to inspire you. The Bible carries spiritual power that cuts Satan in the spirit. Don't stay on the boat when God is calling you to walk on the
That is cringe as fuck, dude. Holy crap. Ugh, she looks like a fucking special effect in a movie.
Boom. Drugs. Boom. Gangs. Boom. Yeah. Drugs and gangs. And drugs. Boom. Drugs. Boom. Killing.
Lord bless you and keep you.
Boom. Drugs.
Oh, Jesus. Fuck, dude. Oh my god. Thanks for that donation, Grand Dam. Ryan Webb donated $2. I wonder if he'll delete this vid, lol.
Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. You guys know what time it is? Time to talk about current events.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Vegan Gains deadlifts 315 by 6. Yeah, he's talked a lot of shit. Well, yeah, who's fucking outlifting who now? Well, thanks for the donation. Oh no, wait, there's two. Also,
Incline reps, I'm not going to lie, here and there a rep every now and then.
is he only doing 135? What? Yeah, I think he's literally only doing 135.
I did not touch my chest. But I'm like, let me try the same thing here and try to just get that deep stretch. I'm wanting to get the stretch reflex.
Oh my god, he's so weak. Oh, this is hilarious, dude. Like, after Blaha talks so much shit about me, like, not training, being weak and crap, and, like, he can't even fucking lift. What the fuck? And then his only response to me is, I'm 47.
All right.
This isn't a warm-up. This is his working set.
Good. Same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. Thanks for the donation, Ryan.
Does air frying frozen spinach lose any of its vitamin A content compared to fresh raw spinach? According to Chronometer, I get a lot 120 grams cooked spinach minus 723 micrograms.
Cooking doesn't really affect the micronutrient content of any food, so I wouldn't really worry about how cooking affects the nutrients you're taking in. I'd recommend avoiding spinach. Like, it's particularly high in oxalate content, like very, very high. If you're only eating a little bit of it and you're cooking it, it's not a big deal. But if you're eating a lot of spinach, especially raw, that could be a problem. Bowls of raw spinach every day, and he actually got kidney stones from it. He kept getting them too. So I would say kale is a much better vegetable than spinach. But thanks for the donation, Sean. Toad donated $2. Kyle's first watchable video in years.
All right, guys. I wanted to end this show with a fun story. And this right here is nothing but glorious, glorious fun. So, look.
Please, Richard, give that Alex O'Connor video a chance. He does not make the argument you think he will. He takes things in an interesting direction most haven't considered. Please don't make me have to donate until I'm bankrupt.
We'll react to the video later. There's just other videos I want to get through first. Thanks for the donation. Love you, Richard.
Look, I have to say, every now and then the Resistance liberals, man, they cook something up special. Like, they are all about that Trump-hating life, man. But it's sort of pure in a way. It's so pure. It's so sincere. She's like nothing but vitriolic hatred all day. And they come up with something everybody knows. He smells horrible, dog. And so the Resistance liberals were like, oh, yes, yummy. And like, it's funny, right? Like, it's funny and it's like a meme and everything. But when you go down the rabbit hole, nah, people are like, no, you don't understand. Like, we're dead serious about this. He shits himself. All right, look, I'm just your humble servant. You guys be the judge. Let me take you on a ride down this conspiracy theory rabbit hole, and we'll have fun with it. So here's the first one that I wanted to play for you. Watch this.
So you know when you post something, and then someone bigger than you, like Adam Kinzinger, confirm it? And years ago I posted about Trump being kicked out of Keen's Steakhouse in Manhattan, where I was eating with my father in 1983. Because his smell was so offensive. This wasn't an elderly thing. It was 1983. I wouldn't make fun of Trump today if it was an elderly thing. That's not what we do on the left. It happens to elderly people. Trump wasn't elderly. We didn't complain. The table next to him complained, and the table behind him complained. We smelled it, but my father and I didn't complain about it.
Whoa.
Trump was not elderly. The smell was so fucking offensive that they finally had to ask him to leave. And he did leave, quietly, right by us, and it wafted us. Trump's been shitting all over himself for almost 40 fucking...
All right, that's one.
Whoa, really? Holy shit.
That's one. All right, I got more for you. So this one right here, this guy's one of the chief, like, Resistance liberal leaders. This guy, Brooklyn Dad Defiant. These guys are hilarious. But anyway, so he does a podcast with a guy who used to work on The Celebrity Apprentice, which was Donald Trump's biggest show, claim to fame. I mean, it was like to that point in his life, it was without a doubt the most successful out of anything he'd ever done. Because remember, he had Trump vodka, he had Trump steaks, he had all these different things, and he went bankrupt in a number of them. I mean, his businesses went bankrupt at the time at least 6 times, and The Celebrity Apprentice was the thing where he got paid well, and it was just like an unmitigated success, right? Well, here's somebody who used to work on the show. Listen to this.
What's the deal? This is the main question I need to know. What's the deal with the diaper rumors?
That's true. Sorry to cut you off.
When you say it's true, like on a scale of like 1 to 10, I definitely absolutely know.
Witnessed, bro. Witnessed him soiling himself in a rage, sitting there on the Apprentice set, Celebrity Apprentice set, because he can't read. Same thing. He flew into a rage over the word arbitrage one time. Okay. Yeah. Soils himself, has to go off set, gets cleaned up by Keith Schiller. Keith's nickname was Wet Wipes. Okay. The crew called it the shit show. Sorry to curse, but can you imagine being the boom?
Whoa. Oh my God. He can't read. He got mad that he can't read a word, pooped himself, and get somebody to wipe him? This is on Celebrity Apprentice when he's not even like old as shit.
Operator, You're wearing your headphones, holding the mic above him, and you hear that. He did it in the Oval Office. There's a clip of him doing it with the Turkish president, right? Erdogan. I always say his name wrong. It's not a hard G. Yeah. And the Feinstein and Dianne Feinstein, and they're sitting there in the Oval Office, and he clearly, has some kind of bowel movement. But you see them look like they hear it. But you can look up videos. Your viewers can look it up, and you'll find photos of him with the outline of Depends. And I'll tell you why he wears that. Because speed addiction makes you incontinent, right? Opiates make you the opposite, make you constipated. Speed makes you go, right? So he eats fast food all day and meatloaf, like that's all he ever eats. Sorry for the graphics, and then he snorts speed, and he's almost 70 years old at the time. He's in his mid-60s. So he just lets it rip, and you never know, So you got to have some insurance against the shark. And that depends.
So look, I will say this.
Holy shit, dude. What a disgusting piece of shit.
Why are libtards so obsessed with piss and shit? First it was Trump paying Russian whores to pee on bed, which was made up. Now it's Trump making poo-poo. I can't wait for Trump to be president so lips can cry out pee-pee poo-poo bum-bum.
Yeah. Well, now we know we have a president that shit himself. But thanks for that donation, Kid Boo.
The speed thing is definitely true because, and you could see this, remember that very famous Trump tweet where he was like, I love Mexicans, and it was like Cinco de Mayo, and he had the taco bowl. You could see behind him, his drawer was a little open, and you see a lot of this very specific version of Sudafed that at the time came from the UK. See, the US had taken out the active ingredient in Sudafed that made you it was like speed. It was a massive upper. The US took that ingredient out, but the UK kept it in. And so he had the UK version of Sudafed, which is a massive upper. He had that right behind him. And then, of course, there's the famous debate with Hillary Clinton where he keeps snorting and sniffing. Go back and watch it. It's not like that part's not in doubt. That part is not in question. The things I just told you are facts. And so I have no doubt he takes some sort of upper on a regular basis, right? I have no doubt about that part. The rest of it, I'm going to let y'all decide what you think, right? But I got another one for you before we give our conclusion.
The diapers is not a joke. It depends. Diaper Don is trending, but it's based in reality. He would often soil himself on The Apprentice set. He's incontinent from all the speed, all the Adderall he does, the cocaine that he's done for decades. All that stuff has a laxative, and it has an effect on your bowels, and his are uncontrollable. He's worn diapers since probably the 90s, but I saw it firsthand in the 2000s on Celebrity Apprentice in late 2000s, and we'd have to stop the show and change it.
Don't let Trump 77 years old and still a child.
Dude, he was a child for a long fucking time. Like, holy fuck. He's been shitting himself since he was in his like mid-40s to 50s. Thanks for the donation though, Dodo.
Him, and that was Keith Schiller's job. He would take him off set, he would wipe him down. Our nickname for Keith was Wet Wipes. It's not a joke. It's happened several times. And you've seen it happen while he's in office. You've seen he was in the Oval Office with Erdogan, and you could clearly hear him sort of evacuating himself. He did it in front of Senator Feinstein, Dianne Feinstein, at a press conference. So he does it, and he almost sits there like and unaware of it, And one time I saw Ivanka have to go kind of whisper in his ear, and then Keith came and took him off stage. He'll also do it in a rage, and this is where it gets really drug related. He'll start to freak out. One time there was the word arbitrage on a cue card, and he started screaming that the script.
Look at these heckin' cars.
Let me see. Oh my god. Bread car. Wow, it's a good bread car. It's a good cat. Oh my goodness. Oh, cat just wanted to chomp. It's a good cat. Thanks for that donation, Oat Goat.
I was setting him up. You're setting me up. And he just freaked out and then very loudly evacuated his bowels, and you could smell it, and the guy who was holding the boom mic, was tearing up. So that's where the nickname, the SHIT show, came from. That was the crew nickname for Celebrity Apprentice. So when you hear Diaper Don, it's not a joke. He tries to hide it. I'll give you one more fact. If you look up the video of him when he was doing the WWF thing, he tackles a guy on the ground outside of the ring, and you can clearly see the outline of the Depends in his pants. And that was back in the early 90s. So
let me see if I can find that. So this is 07. I think this is the 07 one again. So he's been shitting himself for a long fucking time. That's funny. I thought it was a joke that, like, he smelled bad, but, like, he actually literally shits himself. And then people are still fucking making fun of Joe Biden for being senile. Like, Trump shits himself. Fuel donate tellers, not saying it's fake, but why is this Trump poopy stuff only coming out now when it's been happening for decades? Would have been better to bring it up during his initial campaign. It's slightly sus. I don't think it's sus. Like, sometimes it just takes a while for people to speak out about this. Like, I'm sure with Apprentice and shit, there are, like, clauses and stuff that people sign so that they can't talk about stuff that happened during the show. Like, could be a bunch of things, bunch of reasons.
he's lost control of his bowels. He's lost control of his brain. That's who he is, Diaper Don.
Goddamn. All right, so they mentioned a number of different instances there. Look, there are...
Like...
Yo, Richard. Happy New Year, bro. My New Year's resolution is to consume as many animal products as humanly possible. I'm super excited. All the soy eaters can stay small and unhappy, but I'll gladly eat what humans were meant to consume.
Well, hope you choke on it. Thanks for the donation, Boom Boom. Yeah, there's multiple corroborating witnesses too, so I think this is legit. Bootycom donate tellers, finally we found Cat Daddy. I've been wondering where he was. Controversial pain grip. If you just force your wrist straight, they can't do that. Okay, well, this is gay. Thanks for the donation, Bootycum.
There are times where you look at his pants and you like they fit really weird, and there are some times where you could see him, you know, a picture from the side or like a back angle where he's walking by where you're like, why is homeboy so thick, man? He's thick. He's got thick-ass legs. And look, I would play the WWE one for you, but they knock you immediately on copyright, so I can't play that. But according to him, he says you can see the outline of the Depends in his pants very clearly when he's doing that. But I'll give you this one. This one is not copyrighted. This was the very famous Dianne Feinstein moment that I want to play for you. This was referenced multiple times by those different people who worked on The Apprentice.
So today we're here in a bipartisan fashion to show leadership in an effort to end this senseless violence. It can be ended. So today we're here in a bipartisan fashion to show leadership in an effort to
You heard
end
it.
this senseless violent, and violence, it can be ended.
All right, look. So I'll tell you my thoughts on this.
You can literally hear it.
I believe that he takes uppers all the time part. I definitely believe that because I thought that for a long time. There's a lot of evidence of that. The shit himself part. The reason why I'm really skeptical is just this very simple fact that they keep bringing up. Both of those guys who worked on The Celebrity Apprentice kept bringing up, like, oh yeah, this guy's job was to wipe him.
Dodo Donate Tellers, please react. Do they have a point at all?
I think one of the most absurd positions.
I will react to that in a minute. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
We called him wet wipes or whatever, like whatever that dude's name is who did that, allegedly. And I was thinking, like, if you're a grown-ass man and you're wearing Depends and you shit yourself, you're sharting on a regular basis, bro. The last thing you would ever do is have somebody be in the room with you involved with the whole cleanup process. You'd be like, yo, I'm on my own on this one.
I don't know. It's Trump.
Lock the door with 3 padlocks. I'll say this to the resistance liberals. If they had just dropped that thing about the person wiping him and like changing him, I think you may be dealing with a story that's so powerful and there's...
Yeah, that's interesting.
Anyone can take is they're a vegan for an ethical reason. It's preposterous. You could do it for a medical reason, even though I don't know what that reason would be, but maybe you can't process, meat, you can't process proteins like that. But to do it from an ethical reason is absurd. And the reason I say that is I have plowed a field. It is carnage. It is 12 feet of carnage. And every single plant that you eat.
Here we fucking go, dude. Oh my god. You can look at research that calculates animal deaths in field agriculture. It is minuscule, like tiny. Teeny tiny. And on top of that, you kill more animals in animal agriculture from harvest. Animals have to eat too. So all the corn, soybeans, forage crops like alfalfa, all of that also has to be grown, and then you have to have mechanized farming equipment go through the fields. You end up killing more fucking animals at harvest to feed animals anyway.
Is going to be tilled into the ground in some capacity. So you're going to kill everything when you plow that field.
Famous conversation that Kevin Costner has in Yellowstone.
That's why I wrote it.
Yeah.
People have to.
Yellowstone is a big sham. I think he's talking about the Yellowstone paper. The authors of the paper disavowed their own that paper.
Understand? You have to take ownership.
That same thing, Ted Nugent has said this on this podcast. He said, if you want to kill the most things, become a vegan.
Yeah, 100%.
If you think...
No, if you want to kill the most animals, then you eat meat. Because, again, not only do you kill the animals that you're eating, you also kill the animals that are going to get killed with forage crops, with corn, with soybeans.
About individual life. If you don't think that one life equals one life, if you think that small things aren't as valuable as large things, that's a totally different discussion, and that's a weird discussion. But if you think that all life...
Okay, I've heard this argument before. They're just like literally retarded.
Of course it works. It's simple and it's easy, right? Low fat, high protein, really slow digesting carbs.
Most batshit news story of 2023?
Cat killing competition for children cancelled in New Zealand after backlash. Feral cats are regarded as pests in New Zealand, but critics of the contest fear children wouldn't be able to distinguish them from household pets. Yeah, that's, Now, cats are so horrifically efficient at killing things, I wouldn't necessarily be against this. Like, they are odd-order predators, and on top of that, your cats should be indoors. The only time you should let your cat outdoors is if they're on a leash, like under supervision. So I wouldn't be against this necessarily. I don't like the idea of like having kids kill like cats, but from an ethics standpoint, like, yeah, cats kill so many innocent animals. If they are wild or feral and they can't be domesticated, then yeah, they should be killed. Thanks for the donation though, Cat Killer.
That is very easy. That is the easy mode cheat code almost to body composition, right? It really is. But what we're talking about over here is maximizing gut health, maximizing antioxidant status, those sort of things. It's not the same topic, different tools, okay? We're talking fitness, not aesthetics at that point, okay? Same thing when it comes to training. Do I still coach powerlifters? Yes. Do I coach people who have aesthetics as a primary? Yes. These are not conflicts. And I'm allowed to change what I'm doing with my training too. The same thing, people are like, man, so do you not have any clients who do lower trainings, lower volume training, like 10 or 12 sets? I'm like, I have a ton of clients who do. Why? Because their lifestyles and their time commitment do not allow for the other, okay? That's some things to think about. The really high volumes of training are for people whose lifestyles can accommodate it. I don't think everyone's lifestyle can accommodate that. And particularly the sort of people who will pay my coaching rates. These are oftentimes fairly busy people who don't have time to manage a lot of other things. They need me to do their thinking for them. This is why they hire a coach. They're busy. Think about, again, who would be hiring someone as a coach? Someone who has the financial resources that it's not as big of a deal for them.
His coaching is only like $200 for every like 2 months or something. So you don't have to be rich to get Blaha's coaching.
Number two, they don't have the time to cover all the nuance of their programming. So therefore, they may not have the time to maximize their recovery, to work out 2 or 3 hours at a time. 2-hour workouts are out for them. It's not happening. Okay? Understand that difference. But so the same thing with conjugate. People are like, well, you're not doing conjugate. Do you not support it? Michelle's vlogs come up every week. She does conjugate. So therein lay your answer. You are allowed to program the variables of what you're doing based around your current goals, lifestyles, and needs. And because different things do not match up doesn't mean that they're right or wrong, or you don't support them or don't.
You go to $8. If you found out that hypothetically Prisma was sneaking out of your apartment somehow and killing things every day, would you kill him? No, I'd just stop him from sneaking out. What if it was impossible to prevent? Would you kill him then? Sure, I guess I would. Thanks for the donation, Fugo.
See a use for these tools, okay? And I think that's a point that we need to be clear on. And I think what people will figure out, it's not flip-flops, is that I'm not dogmatic. I am willing to step back and say, what is the right tool for any given job? Okay, instead of saying, and here's the problem, and this is an expression a lot of people know. If the only tool that you have is a hammer, everything starts to look like a nail. What I am saying with a lot of this is that as a coach, as an educator, as an influencer, I am trying to look at the different tools for different jobs and say, hey, what is the best tool that I need to use here? Do I need to be using a screwdriver? Do I need to be using a hammer? Do I need to be using a CNC machine? Okay. What is the correct tool for the correct application for the job? And when you're doing that to the person who doesn't understand what you were saying with that, it will create confusion. They'll think they see you using a screwdriver to is better than. Yes, for hammering nails. A screwdriver, cylinder heads for a I'm definitely not using a hammer. We understand? Hopefully that makes sense for people.
So he's actually eating a plant-based diet now. That's fucking hilarious, dude. Let's see, Bootycum donated $2.
It's hero time, party time. Well, it's about noon, and I'm about to take a shower, maybe another hour. I've been just chilling, going into my brother's room and watching the channels that I don't have in my room and stuff, you know, Saturday morning cartoons and shit. Yeah, and guess what else though? Guess what else? I have been chilling. Yeah, this is Darrell's plastic bags now. We don't really have actual plastic bags. These are the reusable ones. Yeah. So just to let you guys know, California has this new law about no more, you know, little plastic bags and all. Like some bread yesterday and some mouthwash. See, let's go into my room then. Yeah. See. Look, I bought more mouthwash, and already seen this, but yeah. But the one thing I didn't notice, I bought this long ass time ago, and it says it's supposed to be good till February or whatever the fuck, you know. But yeah, we're going into my refrigerator.
Here's a post again about what Gary said in case you wanted to leave a like or comment on it to piss people off. Lol. I already did, smiley face.
Could it just be, is it possible that this is the reason all of the Yurovsky-loving, staying in your lane influencers are deathly silent about the brutality happening right now in Gaza, intersectionalists, massacre humans and other animals, blocking all shipments of food. Oh my god, dude. I just, it's tiring. I don't know what else to say anymore. Like, these people are just fucking retarded. Especially that cranky vegan guy is just a fucking loser, so I don't know. I don't care. I've heard enough of the stupid pro-Palestinian idiots, like the same thing over and over and over again. Thanks for the donation though, Dutchie.
But yeah, let me ask you guys, even though I already ate some of this already, does this look healthy to you?
No, that looks horrible.
Or does this look healthy to you and all that? I had it open for a long time and shit, so yeah. I'm just asking you guys. And I ate this today. I literally ate this today.
It looks like it might be growing mold.
Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it in the refrigerator until I'm able to get another one sometime, maybe tomorrow. I'll show you what my parents had gotten yesterday and built up. Look at this. It's a fucking exercise bike. You know, like getting fat, getting obese, and all that, you know, and getting that diabetes type 1, diabetes type 2, you know, the BTs and all. And I haven't been asked to type up my resume for like work and shit. So when I get that second job, and holy shit, I just noticed this also. This is actually pretty cool. Look at this. Look at this. Look. It's a remote control helicopter, which I never actually noticed that just now. I just did it seriously. I was expecting that to be black now because a lot of cars this to last me throughout the entire day. Oh shit.
Okay, well that is a very strange person.
On a fresh new iPhone. The new charger is USB. This is gonna be so weird. I have to change like all of my chargers. The one in my car, USB-C to USB-C. Like that's crazy. I forgot about that. It's getting so sad.
Yeah, I had like a really old phone for a while, and then I got a newer iPhone because it was important for my business to like film the TikToks and shorts and stuff, only for me to get banned on TikTok. So go.
Bit donated $2. Let me see. Joey Carbstrong, my position on the current situation in Gaza. I want to state this publicly. I am absolutely convinced that what is taking place in Gaza is in fact a genocide. It's not a genocide. This conviction is Not only based on the horrors happening on the ground, including relentless bombing civilian areas, schools, mosques, churches, hospitals, the only reason, refugee camps. Oh my god, this guy's a fucking retard. Also, the complete siege of humanitarian aid, medicine, food, water. Yeah, there is humanitarian aid allowed into fucking Gaza. I don't know how this guy expects, like, the Red Cross to be allowed into a fucking active war zone. So they have agreed to a few ceasefires to allow for humanitarian aid. Humanitarian aid can't go into a fucking active war zone where there's bombs and shit popping off all over the fucking place. But humanitarian aid is getting in. Consistent with the act of genocide is the sheer scale of destruction that will leave Gaza completely uninhabitable and riddled with disease, leading to many more deaths. Blame Hamas for that. Adding to this, there is shocking evidence of many Israeli officials publicly inciting genocide on multiple occasions. There isn't. Genocidal language, blah, 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 don't fucking care. Atrocities committed, never justify the destruction. They absolutely do. I'm an animal activist because you believe in You're a fucking dumbass. You're just stupid. Joey doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and he really just needs to stay in his own lane. You can blame Hamas for all the destruction in Gaza. The idea that you can have 1,200 innocent civilians get brutally raped and murdered and have 250 kidnapped and not incite a fucking war is just ridiculous. So if you want to blame, all this bombing, especially of like civilian infrastructure, blame Hamas. They're the ones that embed their military into civilian infrastructure, and they do this intentionally to use human shields. Blame Hamas for all this shit. Like, this is just anti-Semitic horse shit. Joey's literally saying, oh yeah, it's okay to kill Jews. Like, Jews just have to take it. If your people get slaughtered in the thousands, yeah, just deal with it. Whatever. Just let terrorists, keep killing you. You're not allowed to defend yourself. It's fucking retarded. Fuel donated $2. Eric Berg made a video a while back saying YouTube is going to take action against misinformation. Nothing has fucking changed. Still clown nutrition nonsense. Is it not true or something, or taking a while? They're certainly doing things to combat misinformation. So they are taking videos down that are spreading vaccine misinformation. I don't know to what extent they're really going to police misinformation. I think at the moment they're really only going to limit it to mostly public health issues and radicalization. So they do attack flat earth content, anti-vax content, some types of medical misinformation, political misinformation. But as far as micromanaging every little thing somebody says, whether or not butter is good for you, I don't think you're ever going to see policing on that degree. It's just major public issues, again, vaccines or stuff like wars that are going on, that sort of information they're probably going to police. Thanks for the donation though, Fuel. Bootycom donated $2. Watch both and This American Mexican Genova.
It's hero time. A-Team review time. Yeah. I've been a fan of the A-Team for a while and stuff. And I'm just making a review on it. But I don't have the box set to make a review of the TV show. But yeah, I'm gonna hold my hand up like this as if I'm holding the box set. So yeah, oh yeah, the TV show was really, really great and stuff. That's all I have to say about it. I don't know what I like about it, but I just like the A-Team and stuff. The thing I don't like about the A-Team is the fact that, when they do the fighting stuff and all that, they don't kill people. That's kind of messed up, So, yeah. So the A-Team movie was a lot better than the TV show, but still, I'm a fan of the 1980s TV show, so I recommend you guys go check it out. If you guys don't even have A Team yet, go get it and check it out. The TV show, right? Alright, so I'll see you next time on the next Heroes Vids. Love y'all. Thanks for tuning in to Heroes Vids. See you next time. Love y'all. Bye.
That's great.
What's up, y'all? It's hero time. I just wanted to show you guys what my secret admirer of mine got me and stuff. As soon as I got a monkey and a SpongeBob tin, and that one was full of Krabby Patties and stuff. So yeah, yeah. So that's what I wanted to show you and stuff. I don't know what's gonna happen today. I know I'm supposed to do some sort of review of a TV show that I don't even own. Alright, well, this is Hero Super 99. Thank you for tuning in to Heroes Vids. I love y'all. See you next time on the next Hero Super 99 Vids. Heroes Vids. Love y'all.
Riveting content. Thanks for the donation, Bootycom.
All the iPhone boxes now only come with literally the phone, the charger, and a sticker that just fell out. I remember when they used to come with the headphones, they used to come with the block, they came with everything. Okay, so my phone is like completely resetting right now. I thought for lunch I would make a chicken salad.
Yeah, I feel like for how much they charge for the iPhones now, you should at least get a free pair of AirPods to fry your brain even more.
Well, okay, so basically I have this traditional rotisserie chicken and I need to eat it before it goes bad. And I also bought this salad kit, which is a Caesar salad. I'm really feeling like I want a Caesar salad right now, but I don't want like a really cold salad. So I was thinking, what if I add rice? This is rice that I literally made last night. I promise it's still good. But what if I add rice to the bottom, kind of like a bowl? And I guess I'll kind of like figure out what else I want to add along the way. And we'll see what we can come up with.
Absolutely disgusting.
Gross.
I think I'm gonna save
Yeah, I think Frank and I agree on something for once.
the bacon and a few other things. I think I want to make it more almost a taco theme so I can dip some chips in it. Okay, now that our chicken and rice looks a little bit more appetizing, I'm just gonna break up the chicken a little bit. I am actually burning my hands right now. Ow.
I don't know about you guys, but I can't, like, to me, leftover food is completely disgusting compared to making it fresh. Like having leftover rice the next day or that rotisserie chicken. Like, look, maybe if you were really, really hungry and didn't have anything else to eat and that was in your fridge, maybe you could stomach it. But I would, like, as a regular meal, I couldn't do it. I would just have a few bites in and then
I'm
not
gonna
want
transfer it over to this bowl just because I feel like I can't put a lot of lettuce if I use this bowl. I'm gonna try and put the rice at the bottom, salt and pepper on that. Time for our lettuce. I want to put a good bed of lettuce. We love a good crunch, and I'm
Should I play Alan Wake 1 before playing Alan Wake 2? Also
If you want to know absolutely everything that's going on in the story, would at least be a good idea to watch a playthrough of the game or just the cutscenes. I don't think you need to play Alan Wake 1 to understand what's going on in Alan Wake 2. But it would help just so you basically know what's going on going into it. So it's not necessary, but ideally, sure. Thanks for the donation, though. I'm Niagara. Appreciate it.
I'm also gonna add some chips for even more crunch.
This doesn't make sense because normally people eat salads and lettuce to not like have the carbs, like to avoid the white rice. So this doesn't make any sense to me from any perspective.
Pieces of lettuce that like don't look that good. I'm picking those out. This is why I sometimes hate pre-bagged, pre-chopped lettuce. It can be very hit or miss.
I find it very difficult to believe that she would actually know that the lettuce increases the fiber content of the meal and increases the gut motility, but maybe I'm underestimating her.
And usually it's a miss, but also it's very convenient. Now I'm putting the chicken back on top. Do I even want to use Caesar salad dressing? I'm trying to think. I don't think I'm going to use Caesar salad dressing. Honestly, I just did this for the lettuce.
This is
I'm going to
gross.
save the Caesar salad dressing.
What a concoction.
For the rest of the salad that I have left, because usually they don't put enough anyways, and I just used the lettuce for this. I did put some salsa. Now I'm going in with some avocado lime ranch dressing. This is like the best. Oh, I should have put cheese.
That's
Yeah,
gross.
okay, so we were right. It tasted horrible. It's nasty leftover food, but if you put half a cup of dressing on it, it might be palatable.
Cold, but honestly, I really don't mind. You know, cold cheese is not too bad. I really
Yeah, there we go. Some more saturated fat.
don't mind my cheese being cold. There's sometimes I like cold cheese, sometimes I don't. I would open a can of corn or beans, but I really just don't feel like it. A little bit of sour cream.
Ew.
Cholula hot sauce.
No, stop! This is crazy.
Okay, she doesn't look that yummy, but
What is
mixed
wrong with-
together and with some tortilla chips, I feel like she's gonna be really good. I ended up just crushing up the chips on top and adding some more hot sauce. I did sneak a little
What
bite
is-
without the chips. And
This is just nasty.
What is wrong with this girl?
let's see if the chips add that crunch that I'm looking for. That was literally one of the ugliest bites I've ever taken. I will not be showing that, but this is so good. I love something.
It's so good. Maybe she knows something. I don't know. Maybe I need to hire her as a chef of my restaurant. Maybe she's got some magic touch of adding just the right proportions of ingredients so it tastes good. I mean, to be like,
Spicy as well.
Hi VG. I hope that you are doing great tonight. So, along with my 40% calorie deficit, I've been consuming about 180 grams protein to maintain muscle mass since I'm pretty obese. I'm using the 1 gram per pound ideal body weight and mine is 160 to 180 pounds. It's working. Smile.
All right, well that's good, dude. You know, it's just keep in mind it's fine to take periodic diet breaks if you're getting a lot of diet fatigue. So, good luck, man, with the weight loss. Thanks for the donation. Bend over.
Y'all need to try it. It's basically a burrito bowl. I'm gonna.
okay, so if it was just like chicken and rice and some vegetables, it'd be okay. It's really low quality stuff. So again, it's not good for you. The chicken's high in omega-6. Chicken's full of pollutants.
Hey bro, how are you feeling? How is the new cat doing? How old is the cat and what's their name? Are they doing good with the vegan cat food? Any New Year's resolution for this year? Maybe going out and doing outreach in public with Ask Yourself would be dope.
The cat's name is Bimo. We named her after Bimo from Adventure Time. She's doing good. She likes the vegan cat food we give her. She's friends with Prismo and the dogs already. And as far as New Year's resolutions, I just want to bench 405. Other than that, same as usual, just try to improve my mental health. And I've got the appointment that I have with the psychiatrist is actually in 11 days now, so less than 2 weeks. They moved my appointment. They moved my appointment ahead because somebody canceled. So yeah, hopefully I can get some extra treatment for my mental health. Thanks for the donation, though. Go vegan. Fuel donated $2. This is gross. Says Frank, the fucking moron who eats raw meat molded in a jar and testicles. Is Frank gonna go plant-based one day? Never thought Blaha would. I doubt it. I doubt Frank is going to go completely plant-based, but who knows?
Donating because I know it makes the meat flakes in your comment sections tantrum. People with arteries that look like nutted in buttholes don't have opinions that matter. Keep up the awesome work.
Well, thank you, Vegan Gains Pringles Kincock. Thanks for the support. So, yeah, I don't think Frank's gonna go plant-based. He runs a meat business, so I just don't see that happening.
Watch from 5 o'clock it only 5 minutes he got 2 girls, 1 Asian woman and 1 with a mullet. It's ultimate pizza. Who the fuck else does this? No Skippy. Also look how she hold the pizza.
And, say hi, Come on, don't be shy. Big hugs all around. Nice, warm and everything, So what's up? So what do you want to do today?
Good question.
This is going on YouTube, right?
I figured that.
So how are you guys doing today, huh? You guys are good? Okay. Is there anything you want to say to the YouTube audience, huh?
What should I say?
Whatever you want to say. You can tell them about me, or you can kick me in the nuts if you want and all that. Brenda does it all the time, Alright. So are we good, or what,
All the haters out there, leave Gabriel alone.
Yeah, I do get haters on my channel, but that is a good message. Thank you very much, Alright, so I guess we'll see what else we can film here at this mall, right? As long as it's not skinny dipping, right?
In your dreams.
Right, okay. Alright, see y'all in a bit. So, how was your first visit with one of my friends, huh?
Awesome.
Awesome, good. So what you guys do to me, huh?
We dress you up like a woman.
Yeah, I do have a fetish with her women's clothing and stuff. I like to try them out and stuff. We're coming up on
Is he wearing lipstick?
our bus stop pretty soon to get back, so my brother can take us to Brendan's, I hope. And I do have my bag of work clothes, so I can go to work. I start at 4, and yeah, actually, which reminds me, I'm about to call Brendan right now and see if his ass is up and shit. That fat ass and all that. He's never up when I call him. Fucking asshole. Okay, I'll see you all in the next segment of this 1 hour video of out and about vacationing with the Diana. So, this is all still part of Hero Super 99. Is there any words you want to say now that all of us are together and pretty soon,
Dude, the autism levels are off the fucking charts.
we're gonna see what movie? Yeah, 3.
I purchased the flavors of diesel vegan protein and the vanilla ice cream's my favorite. I'm not a big fan of vanilla flavor, but it reminds me of soft serve ice cream. Skip to 110. This clip is me with that flavor.
Let me see. Yeah, the diesel vegan vanilla flavor is
needleheads
really good.
is scrumptious blade of plutonian gut shot. Yum, yum.
Really good.
Yeah, it is good. It does taste like ice cream. Thanks for the donation, Ben. Fuck orange, don't eat tollers. This is evidence Trump has cognitive decline.
Donald Trump glitched again and very badly. This was another Las Vegas event, this one for some kind of Jewish Republican group, which is quite a small group, I will tell you. American Jews, one of the most democratic voting blocks that there is, alongside black folks. It's actually quite wild. So here is Trump attempting to read off of the teleprompter about anti-Semitism. short-circuiting badly. It's a bloop, you know, where he just kind of like, it's like the record skips and his shoulder twitches. And we all have to pretend that this is normal.
It's got to be the drugs he's on.
And that it's Joe Biden who doesn't know what day it is. Take a look.
Colleges and universities will purge the anti-Semitism and pro-terrorism. What you're doing, the terrorism, this
There you go. But the real concern, remember, is of course Joe Biden. A disaster.
He's not good at reading. He fucks up on teleprompters
Failed
all the
former
fucking time, dude.
President Donald Trump gave another one of these sweaty orange rallies yesterday. Cognitive decline. He glitched and couldn't correctly say cognitive decline. You can't write this stuff. You really can't write this stuff. Watch carefully. Listen in detail.
The only reason I corrected is they'll say, he didn't know his name. He didn't know his name. He must be cognitive, you know. Don't forget, I do most of this stuff without teleprompters. They do.
He must be cognitive. That's the Trump glitch. That's exactly.
It's not a glitch. He probably doesn't know the word cognitive. That's probably what's going on. But yeah, Trump's stupid as shit. He can barely read. Thanks for that donation, fuck orange.
You know, is there anything you want to say, yo? No? Well, okay. Ah, dude. Everything's gonna be okay. Woohoo! Hey, yo. Where did everybody go?
They're all gone.
Seriously, first minute, me, all 5 of us were hanging out, and now where'd they go?
They all went home.
They all went home? Oh, okay. So tell me, you like YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's the best part of YouTube? Come on.
Why is she holding a pizza like that?
Your videos.
My videos? What about? Okay.
Wet movie.
Wet movie videos and my videos?
Yeah, and Cool Duder.
And Cool Duder. Okay, what about our videos and all that? Do you like about them?
Oh, they're all funny.
They're all funny. Oh, okay. Do you think it's about sleepy time for us?
You'll donate $2. Joey is mass deleting comments. First of all, the comments are in support of his statement. Second off, I saw a lot of comments that say 3 replies. Then when I click to read them, they're all gone. Instagram has a lot of people calling him out, though. He's an idiot. I don't know why the fuck. I think Avi challenged him to a debate or offered to talk to him about it, and he's not. He's obviously just an ideologue fucking idiot. It's especially funny because Palestinians are Muslim and they ritualistically sacrifice animals. And the Israeli military is the most vegan military on earth, and they're arguably the most vegan country on earth. So, like, it just adds another layer of fucking stupid to this whole thing that an animal rights activist is promoting anti-Semitic propaganda in support of fucking Muslims that ritualistically sacrifice animals. It's just fucking stupid. Joey's a dumbass. Thanks for the donation, though, Fuel.
Would you say anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism? That's at least my perspective from what I can look into for myself. No judgment if it's not yours.
It's not necessarily anti-Semitic, but there's a massive overlap. Most of the people who are anti-Zionist, like 99%, are anti-Semitic. So it's not necessarily an anti-Semitic position, but there's so much overlap, I wouldn't say it's unfair to say it's tantamount to anti-Semitism. Thanks for the donation, though, Will Mage.
Us here or what?
Oh, I'm awake.
Oh, okay. So, watch yourself now.
That is an interesting way to carry a pizza. T donate $2. Funny clip from Aaron P.
This is how long I'm going to be streaming on YouTube, man. Just hope you enjoy it. We're along for the ride, baby. You and me. Along for the ride.
It's funny how that old age filter looks like so real. That looks pretty hilarious. I should try to use one of those old age filters. I want to see what I look like if I was old.
What would be your last words for the end of this awesome visit here on the Hero Super 99 channel?
Bye, YouTubers.
Bye, YouTubers? Okay. And you got it from Diana herself. She said, bye, YouTubers. And this is Hero Super 99. You know, letting you guys know that I love each and every one of you guys. And I thank you guys for supporting me and shit. And I love you. And I'll see you next time on the next Hero Vids. Later, guys. Love you all. Bye.
That guy is really weird. I've known of him for a while. But yeah, the autism is strong.
Pollutants, chemicals, hormones, bad stuff you don't want to be eating. The white rice, you know, slight arsenic concern, but bigger concern is what type of water was used to make the rice, and if the rice is not organic, probably some more agrochemical concerns. And then, I mean, all those dressings and stuff usually made with vegetable seed oils, very inflammatory, and not to mention...
Yeah, again, seed oils are not inflammatory. Just every fucking video, multiple times, he always fucking says that.
Spices and seasonings are in there. Are there flavonoid, carotene concerns, especially with the salsas? And then the chips are just fried in seed oils too. So this is a very, very unhealthy meal from a quality.
Abel donated $2 react and thoughts. Let me see.
Yo, man, what's your problem, man? No problem. I said, I can move if you want. I ain't asking you to move, nigga. I'm trying to talk to my girl. You acting all weird and shit. Yo, girl. Yeah, man. Yo, this is my ex Lisa, man. Yo, we used to talk back after my mom's kicked me out the house. My nigga, that's a man. What? Nah, man, this is my ex. Your ex-girlfriend a man. Why you think she in jail with me? She'd be on the other side. Nigga, you can't.
It's not that funny.
Your ex-girlfriend a man. Why you think she in jail with the men? She'd be on the other side. Nigga, you gay.
It's not that funny. Thanks for the donation though, Abel.
Quality perspective, from an omega-6 perspective, it's very inflammatory. It's full of agrochemicals. You know, she added the Parmesan cheese and the sour cream, which might be the semblance of animal fat and animal nutrition, but it's still low quality stuff. Low quality stuff. At least the dairy is saturated fat, but combining it with this is like a recipe to gain weight.
I'm gonna go eat this and probably watch a movie on the couch because there's this movie that I started on Netflix.
A few hours later.
Y'all, Kevin made me do something bad.
What? I mean, I know.
But in all seriousness, why do I always say that? So we went out.
You know, back when I was a kid in school, we had like, you know, the stereotypes. Like, okay, you got the jock, you got the football player, you got all different sport athletes, you got the nerds, you have the emo goth chicks. Now you have like this non-binary, what is it called? Stereotype, you know? The weird piercings and, you know, that's...
Because my iPhone wasn't like fully set up.
You playing that?
No, and then, okay, so we're in the car and Kevin's like, what are you in the mood for? I said to go home. He's like, and he's like, look all around. He's wanting to get some food for dinner. Like, I planned to cook. I was like, I'm going to cook. No, okay, he convinced.
No. I said, what are you in the mood for? And she's like, what? What you mean?
No.
That's how Lily started. Then she was like, home? I was like, Then she was like, what are you in the mood for? Then that's when I said, well, look around.
I'm out of focus. Show them what's on your plate.
Barbecue sandwich.
That is disgusting.
Okay, we're back.
Pickles?
Ew.
I don't like pickles.
Fries.
That does not look like mac and cheese. That looks like oatmeal.
Oh, this oatmeal is good.
Yeah, we got food. We went to Dad's Barbecue. I think it's a local place. Or maybe it's just like an Alabama thing. I think they have them. Yeah, I think it's like an Alabama.
All right, his meal was reasonable. I can get down with that. A sandwich, some fries, and what else did he have? Some mac and cheese in there. At least he's enjoying himself. Did she somehow mess up her order by doing some wacky stuff? Are we placing any bets?
I was in the mood for like barbecue food. I got ribs. Here is how they look.
Oh, that is so disgusting.
What the I don't know why it's looking
Ew.
like that. And then I got fried green tomatoes.
Dude, even when I ate meat, I always thought ribs just looked fucking gross. I never really liked them. They're just too fatty and fucking weird.
Fried green tomatoes looking kind of sus. I don't know. They look a little strange. And then potato salad. And then it came with 2 cheddar muffins. You want one? I tried to do like gluten-free stuff, even though I got fried tomatoes. That's not gluten-free, but whatever. And then I got on the side baked beans because what's a barbecue without baked beans? But I just know I'm gonna.
Okay, it's cool. At least she's enjoying herself, you know? At least she's enjoying herself. Unlike like these other meals, it almost seems like she thinks she's eating healthy, but she's not really. I mean, maybe.
I don't know who the fuck thinks ribs are healthy, dude.
I mean, it's funny because like her breakfast almost looks like something a healthy person would try to eat, like turkey, bacon, and eggs, but then she just throws cheesy grits in there. Like, same with the lunch. She's like, she does a salad, but then she puts like white rice and half a pound of dressing on it. At least on dinner, she's like, okay, back to reality. Let me get what I really want. Instead of half-assing
I'm gonna
it.
grub on this. Let's see how the.
So this is obviously just really horrible for you. Like, as far as the other meals are concerned, like, her biggest problem is she just doesn't eat enough fruits and vegetables, and anytime she does have something like lettuce and something a little bit lower in fat like chicken, she just slathers it in like ranch dressing that has tons of saturated fat, and she adds cheese and shit on shit too.
Fried green tomato is not bad. I usually dip them with ranch. Ribs.
I mean, takeout.
Why, like, why are you putting that so close to the camera? It's so nasty.
Hard, dude. Getting takeout is like, the food's almost always never good. Some things are okay, but fried foods and a lot of takeout for the most part, it's just usually I would eat it at the restaurant.
Those are good. You want to try one?
Just like ribs.
Are they good though?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had some good lunch too on my lunch break.
I cooked it for him.
Shit was so good. What was it?
It was like a burrito bowl.
Yeah, a burrito bowl.
This is our mukbang. The angles are not giving. I should have got the fried green tomatoes.
You get it? You should have.
They're not giving. I knew they wasn't finna be good. That's why I ordered the baked beans.
Let's see what the peanut gallery has to say. I mean, they're just being supportive, you know, which isn't a bad thing. But this reminds me of, like, you always have those, like, fat or ugly or whatever girls on TikTok, and all the other girlies are supporting her. And then those, the specific, really, really specific things that she could change for the meals, just real quick. So, for the bacon in that meal, you just want to go the highest quality pork bacon you can find, whether it's corn or soy-free pork.
Yeah, so she was eating turkey bacon. That is a much better alternative to real bacon. It's lower in saturated fat. I think the cholesterol would probably be around the same, though. And it's not red meat, so some of the same carcinogenic compounds aren't in turkey bacon.
Iberico bacon, we have both on Frankie's Free Range Meat. Eggs, corn and soy-free pasture-raised eggs is what you want. The grits, we explained, you know, you can make an organic, high-quality version with, like, white corn.
He looks unhealthy from so much meat. I only eat meat very, very sparingly to avoid this.
Is that actually James? Do you actually eat some meat? You shouldn't eat any meat, not only for health reasons, but for ethical reasons. Thanks for the donation, James.
And use high-quality raw dairy in them. The grapes,
I thought James was
organic
vegan.
on the grapes. That matcha drink she made, we talked a little bit about the homemade macadamia nut milk and whether you put matcha in that or not. The main downside of that was the low-quality almond milk. That concoction of a salad, or whatever she wants to call it, I mean...
Yeah, James is vegan. Yeah, it's probably just some troll.
Some beef and rice, or have a Caesar salad or something separate. Like, either of those things separately would be so much healthier. Like a legitimate Caesar salad with quality ingredients, or just beef and rice. Either of those would be much, much better. And if you're going to go with dressings and stuff, avoid the vegetable seed oils and high omega-6 stuff. And yeah, if you do want to go to a barbecue restaurant, usually beef and potatoes is a pretty safe bet. Avoiding the fried foods to avoid the seed oils. Avoid the pork to reduce the omega-6. And the side dishes, again, try to stick to potatoes. Try to, even conventional dairy, at least it's saturated.
Yeah, Frank's advice is terrible, so she should just be replacing a lot of her food choices with fruits and vegetables, avoiding eggs, like at the very least, she should just be cutting red meat out of her diet completely, and replacing it with things like tofu, or just beans and lentils. And again, like one big problem she has too is every time she does have a meal that's lower in saturated fat and cholesterol, she slathers like ranch dressing and shit that just adds saturated fat back into the meal.
Saturated fat and not too bad on the omega ratios. But thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully this helps some of you guys out, whether you are a standard American dieter and you're just trying to...
Frank is just so dumb, dude. The advice he gives is so bad. All right. Ethics of Grand Theft Auto.
The
Why
Grand
not?
Theft Auto 6 trailer just broke the record for the most views on a YouTube video in 24 hours. And why not? The anticipation has been building for over a decade. And as this Twitter user put it, we all just can't wait to shoot this woman off a car? The game has historically been, shall we say, a controversial one. The reason this tweet is so popular is because everyone knows that this is how people play the game. Obviously, the USP of GTA is its unprecedented freedom. You can do, it boasts, just about anything you like. And sure, this includes playing tennis, or yoga, racing bicycles, or getting a cab to the local pier. But of course, you can also fatally stab the taxi driver with a machete, steal his cab, run over some prostitutes with it, and then kill yourself with a sticky bomb. All of this is available to the player, but, well, let's just say the tennis courts weren't in the trailer. If you give a generation of gamers the freedom to fire an RPG into a strip club without any real-world consequences, I think even those with an impossibly optimistic view of human nature can hardly be surprised at the resulting gameplay. So, today's question, is it unethical for Rockstar Games to enable such an indulgence? Should this orgy...
It is not. This video is going to be fucking stupid.
...of violence and profanity be pulled from our shelves for the protection of our children, of our virtue? Here, viewer, is one analysis of that question. Let's start with the obvious. GTA is violent. Many video games are violent, but they don't all involve random violence directed arbitrarily at civilians and for its own sake. There are other examples of this, such as the infamous No Russian mission from Modern Warfare 2, where you play as an undercover operative posing as a terrorist, encouraged by the game's antagonist to indiscriminately mow down civilians in an airport. This was one of the most controversial gaming moments ever produced. But this mission did at least serve a plot point. The Call of Duty franchise often makes commentaries on the ethics of warfare, and you can interpret this mission as one which questions if the ends can always justify the means. You're not killing civilians for the thrill of it, but in order to gain the trust of an enemy, in the service of homeland security, and it's supposed to be an uncomfortable experience. Outside of this context, such as in the Modern Warfare multiplayer, you're not given the opportunity to kill civilians for fun, like you are in GTA. I don't think that the ability to blow up an ambulance in Los Santos is making quite the same cultural commentary that No Russian is. However, one of No Russian's designers was asked by IGN if he was intentionally trying to do something controversial. He didn't respond by saying that he was trying to make an interesting story, but just that he was trying to create something memorable.
You know, did you mean to make something controversial? That actually wasn't my intention. What I meant to make was something memorable.
And sure, in the game's narrative, the character isn't killing civilians for fun, but as a player, playing the video game, well, you're playing the game because it's fun, so maybe it kind of is, just for the thrill of it. One genuinely similar game to GTA is, of course, Red Dead Redemption, but this is basically GTA set 100 years ago, and is also produced by Rockstar Games. In any case, should we really be playing any of these kinds of games? Can it be okay to...
Yes, because they're fun.
...glorify and trivialize the kind of violent behavior that they simulate? Well, here's the first thing that everybody likes to point out. There is...
I'm going to leave a comment. Questions if it's okay to play a video game with violence, but murders innocent animals with his food choices. Definitely this generation's leading moral philosopher.
This guy refuses to condemn Hamas because they're orphans, rolling eyes face.
That's 75% of fighters that are recruited by Palestinian resistance are orphans.
Yeah, guess why they're orphans? Because of Hamas.
Did you know that? I, for one, will never, ever in my life condemn what one of these orphans goes and does in the future.
So if you're an orphan, you can rape and murder women.
Because I know that if it was my parents being blown up to bits, I would be doing
They're being blown to bits because they're fighting Israel.
the exact same thing. And I bet you would too.
No, I wouldn't be stupid.
So don't lie to yourself saying that these people are human animals, right?
No, they're human animals.
Because you would do the exact same thing when you were stuck in a concentration camp.
They're not stuck in a concentration camp. There's a blockade around Gaza because they're the ones that initiated violence.
For your whole life, you were born into a concentration camp.
It's not a concentration camp. There's a blockade, and there's a blockade for a reason.
And then your parents got blown to bits in front of you, and you.
Yeah, they got blown to bits because, guess what? Hamas is using human shields, and they set up military installations in civilian areas, and they launch rockets from apartment buildings.
You still couldn't leave, and the only thing that you have to meditate on for the indefinite future is how am I going to get revenge? How am I going to break out of this?
Yeah, so if you had any fucking sense, what you'd be thinking is, how would I leave so that I don't have to be in this shithole fucking country run by terrorists?
Concentration camp. Oh, I know what you and I would be doing. We'd be doing the exact same thing.
No, this guy's a terrorist. He should be deported. If he lives in some sort of, if he's not in Turkey or something and he's living in the US, he should be deported. Send him to fucking Palestine. Fucking loser. Yeah, that guy's a fucking terrorist. He's literally just supporting terrorism. Fuck that guy. Thanks for that donation to catch terrorist. Colon Venus full of shit. Donated
First
$2.
of all, Andrew Tate coming onto the Spaces talk. And, don't start me on Andrew Tate, who, by the way, was 4 years old when I started off in 1990. Unfortunately, Andrew Tate is absolutely clueless about what's happening. He's clueless about the whole conspiracy and how it works. But he is one of these great forces of focus now of that's what the alternative media is. So he comes onto this Spaces call event. And then Alex jumps in to...
Whatever. Thanks for the donation though, Colin Venus. What stage is that vegan game in? It's really, really early on. It's not even in alpha stage yet. It's not coming out soon. But I think he's gonna have a demo ready at some point for backers.
No evidence that violence in video games transforms into violence in real life. Parents have historically been worried, understandably so, that shooting up animated strangers on a computer might brutalize them.
Do you still the idea that Gaza is still an open-air prison? Or have you changed your perspective that's not? One time on a live stream you said it was not.
Well, it is an open-air prison, but there's a reason for it. It has to be, because, again, they're launching rockets and committing terror attacks. So it is an open-air prison, but, again, there's a justification for that blockade. Thanks for the donation, though, Willmage.
Their children. In the past, the government and some media outlets have tried to connect these games with mass shootings, for example.
This includes the gruesome and grisly video games that are now commonplace.
But wherever this has actually been studied, it's been shown incredibly difficult to find a link between video game violence and real-world violence. In fact, as MatPat from Game Theory has pointed out in a video on this topic, even the United States Supreme Court has stated in one of its rulings,
quote, psychological studies purporting to show a connection between exposure to violent video games and harmful effects on children do not prove that such exposure causes minors to behave aggressively.
Look, for all we know, video games may even decrease real-world violence by giving people a simulated outlet for their aggression, preventing that aggression from manifesting in reality. And it's worth noting that these games don't always strictly encourage violent behavior. As games journalist Paul Tassi points out in Forbes, in GTA, you're positively punished for it. If you commit a crime, you'll have the police coming after you. It's just about freedom. The game doesn't tell you to go around committing violence, at least outside of the campaign. It just gives you the option. In No Russian, you can complete the entire mission without firing a single shot, and are even given the option to skip the mission entirely. So we have quite good reason to at least reject the fear that violent video games cause actual violence. As video games writer David Jenkins put it for the Metro, the whole point is that a video game allows you to indulge in acts you would never do in real life. So given this, What could possibly be the problem with violent video games? They don't cause violence in real life. So video over, right? Sorry, that would be too easy. And you know it. One of the biggest problems about this ethical debate is that people act as if this is the only consideration. But what other than causing real-world violence could possibly be the issue? Well, maybe there's just a problem with glorifying violence, trivializing it. Even without any real-world consequences, isn't there just something a bit morally repugnant about turning this kind of material into entertainment?
No.
You're not convinced, are you? Well, here's one consideration. In 2016, Electronic Arts were promoting their new game, Battlefield 1, which is set in the First World War. They created a series of memes about the game to post online, including the following: "When your squad is looking on point," and "When you're too hot for the club." People didn't take too kindly to these posts. EA were accused of trivializing the very serious events of World War I, which, you know, they kind of were. And the backlash eventually prompted them to delete the images and issue an official...
It's a fucking video game, who cares? People's fifis get hurt.
...apology for disrespecting the World War I era. So EA had to apologize for taking the World War, a serious event, and trivializing it by transforming it into light-hearted entertainment. But isn't that kind of what the game itself does? Say what you like about Battlefield 1 educating people about
This video is a fucking
speaking
waste
of social
time,
media
dude.
and bad tales of the fastest growing. But this backlash about could get away with. We shouldn't allow kids
Virtual
to kill people on video game or
discrimination.
something like that. No, it specifically singled out sexual violence against women. Here's the petition. Target, withdraw Grand Theft Auto 5. This sickening game encourages players to commit sexual violence and kill women. GTA 5 doesn't have this sexual violence button that I was imagining, but it does already allow players to commit violence against women, including sex workers who are in the game. Thus, the petition. This game means that after various sex...
Okay, who cares? Yeah, this video is just stupid. I don't know why anybody wanted me to watch that.
I will fucking end you. I have worked as a mercenary in the past abroad. In the real world, things like that. In fact, I had chicks telling me they think I'm ripped in person. What the fuck are you talking? I am trained in knife fighting. Mass versus height, I'm actually just as big as Ryback. This photo, he is actually smaller than I am. You draw. Because I'm not some pussy who is afraid to confront people directly. You had your mother call me and talk to me on your behalf, and you know that her and I had a lengthy conversation. We talked for over 30 minutes. Completely clean criminal record. I have never been arrested. Have you seen me keeping people's driver licenses at AR-15 point? Haven't you seen those videos? They're out there. Goddamn ID on before you get the fuck out of here. Greg, do you understand that if you pop off to me man to man the way that you did, probably slapped you in the mouth? City bitch, Glock, city bitch, 10, 10, 10, 10, quarters in them 45s, bitch. Oh. Okay, how can we cut the population in half in this region over here? It's psychopathic. I actually know something about advanced interrogation techniques. I used to do snatch and grabs and interrogate people out in the field as a contractor. I used to do 500 pounds on that lift. I've had people quit my channel over thinking I have beliefs that I don't even have. It's not how it works. Rounded up every one of their citizens living in our country and executed them on public television, and then fired multiple nuclear warheads at that country. Here, you die, nobody cares. You are a piece of shit. It's an animal. He either needs to be in a cage or in a hole in the ground.
Killing other people, if they just so much as approach him, will kill us. That is what he has said.
Why don't you just admit that you're a big, fat fake? I'm going to admit that. So
What's up, guys? Alex from Gita's Fitness Channel.
I'll hit you with an attack you won't be able to destroy.
Welcome to today's video, Jason Blaha, the iceberg of filth. Today I'm going to cover the worst stuff that he's done. One where I include proof and footage of these events.
Haven't you seen all the videos of me running people off with an AR from my home? Have you seen me keeping people's driver licenses at AR-15 point? Haven't you seen those videos? They're out there. All these brothers showing up at my house.
In short, I don't think anybody should follow or support this person. This is based on all the things that he's done throughout his life and on YouTube. This list is vast, and I had to select the worst things with the best examples of that behavior. In short, there's evidence that Blaha has done the following: abused animals, supported pedophilia, advocated for genocide, advocated for eugenics. He's a complete racist, by the way, committed stolen valor, threatened to kill veterans, threatened to kill people and their families, gave dangerous gun safety advice, celebrates people's death, terrible fitness advice, is a complete hypocrite, a pathological liar, is untrustworthy, lies about having disabilities and medical conditions, and projects his own misdeeds onto other people. Quite the list there, right? Believe me, it could be far fucking longer. However, I don't want this video to be 3 hours long. I want this to be a one-stop shop where people can see the worst of his behavior. Disclaimer, don't go harass him, don't harass people who follow him. I'll note my sources in these videos.
My channel, because this is a YouTube channel. I'm not writing any more research papers for professors. I don't cite my fucking sources.
Not everything is proven, as well as the fake merc.
Don't do tillers. Are you not doing martial arts? Didn't you cut weight for martial arts? Yeah, I was basically, but I broke my elbow and tore my tricep. It's still not healed to a point where I can really do any martial arts. I still have really, like, fairly weak extension of my, right elbow. I can resist a bit, but it just gets too painful really quickly. And obviously throwing punches with that really fast, jerky movement.
For your next merch idea, you should have accessories that says guess what? Blame Hamas. Lol. I'd buy that saying on a hoodie from you.
I might do something like that. Thanks for the donation though, Dutchy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I might do some political t-shirts, why not? So, I can't do, like, I can't throw, punches with, like, a fast, jerky movement. It's too hard on my elbow still. So, I just have to wait for my elbow to heal more. So, right now, I'm just focusing on getting to a 405 bench, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Jason Blaha, a guy obsessed with lifting heavy things, accidentally bench pressed his cat while filming a workout video. His gym became a Meowscle building haven, and he gained internet fame.
I don't think that ever happened. I don't recall him ever having a cat. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Saga is. However, there is enough evidence to strongly suggest that what I'm saying is true. This evidence is publicly available. In my opinion, Jason is a mentally ill person. I strongly suspect him of being on the antisocial personality disorder spectrum.
He is 100% guaranteed a narcissist.
This obviously isn't a medical diagnosis, but I strongly suspect him of being either a sociopath or a psychopath. Kinda leaning towards psychopathy, to be honest. I have to imagine he's just a giant rat's nest of personality disorders at this point. Trust me, I'll make an armchair psychology video on our boy Hemingway in the future. Alright, let's start out with the animal abuse. This is the most upsetting of all.
Booty come to any tillers. Guy on the right speaks facts. Watch full.
Fox News alert. Deadly American drone strike Thursday in Baghdad killed an Iranian-backed militia leader, the first known target and killing of its kind under this president. The move comes amid at least 120 attacks on American forces in the region since early October. Here to react, Fox News senior strategic analyst, retired four-star General Jack Keane. General, my sense is when you heard about this, you thought about time. Am I right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, the administration finally gave the military permission to take down the first Iranian-backed leader in this administration. Something we should have done a long time ago. They've been attacking us for 3 years, and certainly, as we have seen and you've reported daily here, the attacks increased and dramatically, since the October 7th attack by Hamas inside of Israel. This is an attempt to restore deterrence. We've been talking about this for some time. Despite the pressure it will put on the Iraqi government, who have inside their parliament significant opposition to the U.S. troop presence in Iraq. All that said, this is absolutely a step in the right direction. The administration deserves some credit on it. And yeah, it's about time. I agree totally with what you said.
Dr. Rack pulled donate tillers react at 42. Let me see.
That guy has mental problems. Ramirez.
I guess he...
Once upon a time, Jason Blaha decided to try SSRIs to combat the stress of his fitness journey. Instead of feeling relaxed, he became convinced that weights had emotions. His workouts turned into therapy sessions for his talking dumbbells.
That is some good fan fiction. Thanks for the donation, Dodo.
Ask the question about me. I have mental problems. Let's see who has the mental problems.
So I'm not going to entertain your question.
All right. And of course, Vegan Slave, he's got to laugh because he's a fucking manic depressive fucking moron. Look at all his videos. I'm depressed. I'm a maniac. I'm mentally ill and sick.
That's funny. He knows about Genetic Beast too. Yeah, he's fucking
He knows me from years ago, man. I've talked to him.
mentally ill, dude.
I'm mentally ill. Aren't you the guy with the mental depression and all the rest of that shit? Let's see who's mentally ill, okay?
I don't know what the hell he does.
You want to know what I do? I get rid of people like you. That's what I do, all right?
That guy is seriously fucking deranged.
I destroy people like you, crazy, manic, depressive, whatever the fuck you are, man. I fucking destroy people like you, crazy people.
That is funny, though. Oh my god. Thanks for that.
All right, ready for some destruction, man? Let's see who's crazy, all right? Here we go. Oh, you gotta love this shit, man. This is Alpha Destiny. Look at this, Alpha Destiny, Cope Destiny.
What's the best way to turn a girl on? When you dirty talk, what you doing?
Said bye. How come he competed in the junior division?
Down to a lighter weight. And for those who are going to say, well, why don't you do it straight? Come on.
And then it's like his old cringe videos of, bad lifting content. Okay. Genetic Beast is fucking hilarious. He has to be, on the spectrum or something. I don't know what the fuck his issue is, but he has to have some form of autism or something. He's not fucking neurologically normal.
A couple of days before, it looks like the Israelis took out a key Hamas leader in Lebanon. It delayed the Secretary of State Blinken's arrival there, but now he's going to head over there to diffuse tensions. And we gave the Houthi rebels one last chance to knock it off, to diffuse tensions, and they answered with an unmanned surface vessel attack, one of these water drones, I guess you would say, for civilians like me. Your thought about what they just did and how it changes possibly commercial vessels in the region?
Well, certainly the Houthis have expanded the war by disrupting the commercial trafficking through the Red Sea, which is really the exit and the entrance point for the Suez Canal. And as we've documented, about half of the shipping now that goes through the Suez Canal is going around the Horn of Africa, which is going to impact the global supply chain and have an impact on the world economy. Houthis, check mark. They've accomplished what they set out to do, which is disrupt the world shipping through the Suez Canal. We have not stopped it. I don't believe we will stop it just by defending ourselves. I think we have to go to the source, take down the rockets, the missiles, the infrastructure, the radar, the command and control. Brian, we've got the capability to do that in a night or maybe 2 or 3 at the most, if we took a more measured approach to this. And as I've said many times before, we keep ignoring the source, which is Iran. General McKenna.
I think, especially now after Bush, America's very hesitant to be the world police, and they'd rather be as diplomatic as possible, but really, I think the U.S. should be more aggressive with handling terror again. I think if Biden gets reelected again, he really should go after Iran, stop their ability to support global terrorism. It's retarded.
The former CENTCOM commander, has an excellent article in the Wall Street Journal laying out why we need deterrence and why killing Qasem Soleimani was so important in putting the Iranians back on their heels. And we have to do more of that. We have to go to the source to recognize that they're directing, they're supporting this. They are conducting a war in the Middle East to drive the United States out and destroy Israel, and they are using the proxies to do it. And we can't continue to ignore them.
General, describe what you mean when you say the best way to stop the expansion of a war is show you're willing to attack back. How is that mindset going to stop the expansion of this conflict, if anything can?
Yeah, you have to achieve, some kind of escalation dominance here. That what holds back the administration is the fear that if we take action, then that will escalate and will get out of control. It'll walk up the ladder of escalation that will lead to war. The history doesn't support that dealing with the Iranians. The reason why they use the proxies is because they don't want direct confrontation themselves with the United States. It's been a pretty successful strategy, frankly, going back to the Reagan administration. But Reagan and Trump both interceded and took on Iran directly. And when they did it, they stopped. It doesn't mean they would stop initially, but they will stop significantly what they're doing, in my judgment. And as long as we sit back and continue to let these proxies do what they're doing and ignore Iran, Iran doesn't care that there's proxy casualties. They're going to keep pushing them to be aggressive, and that's going to continue.
And if you want to get more on this, go pick up the Institute for...
Yeah, I'd agree. Base take.
All these to me. Jason has bragged about abusing animals on Elite Fitness. This is on a self-admitted sock account. There's even worse, but I can't definitively tie them to him. This is also backed up about what his ex-wife said about his cat.
There's also some compelling evidence that Jason was responsible for his dog's death due to simple negligence. Moon Cookie and Jason rescued a dog named Nova during the Houston floods, whom Jason kept and shortly let die after his breakup when Jason went on holiday, leaving the dog alone without food or water for days. Indeed, Jason's first wife, Anna, said that Jason abused their cat. It was alleged that Jason loved to put a sock over the cat's head, spin it around repeatedly. It could be he said, she said, but you get the picture.
This isn't limited to just cats either. Jason and Moon Cookie had a dog named Nova. Jason claims that Alex Rosen murdered his dog.
They try to press charges. I know who killed my dog.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened with the dog. So Jason, after he broke up with Moon Cookie, he found a desperate woman who was about to go homeless, I think in Illinois. It was in a neighboring state. And he would fly out every so often to have her peg him. Jason has a pegging fetish. And the dog, before he flew out on the weekend, was having diarrhea and was sick. And rather than just staying home and not going out to have sex with a prostitute, and just to take care of the dog, he just left this dog that was very ill. When he came back, the dog was dead, lying in a pool of bloody diarrhea. So yeah, Jason basically killed his dog, just through neglect.
Dog, it's a guy named Alex Rosen. He admitted to it, but I couldn't get him arrested for it. And I pressed charges against the guy for
Yeah, you'll also notice Blaha shakes a lot. He'll do this when he's lying. He's lying here.
passing and other stuff already before. But yeah, he admitted to it online. He actually murdered my dog.
He broke into his apartment and poisoned his dog. He claims to have quote-unquote evidence of this, yet he's never shown any of this evidence. Sounds a lot like slander to me, Hoss. According to Jen, this wasn't the case. Jen is a woman with whom Jason was flying out to have romantic rendezvous with. Apparently, during one of these sordid sojourns, Nova became sick during it. Jason left his current roommate, Joni, to take care of his dog. According to Jen, Nova became sick and Joni let him know about it. Jason wasn't at all concerned about this, according to Jen. What Jen says is that when Jason returned home, Nova was lying in a pile of bloody diarrhea. Apparently, Jason took the dead or dying dog and threw him in the trash. Now,
Nova, she has told us that she was the reason for him to fly there and leave no...
We need to have a serious talk about Will Tennyson's penis. Pause the video at 5:13 or 5:14. I estimate the penis to be approximately 1 centimeter in length. The people need to know.
5:13.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, he does have a little acorn there. You can see that. Let me draw the outline. Oh, that's too thick. Yeah. See his little peener there. You see his little balls there. Sickening, pissening acorn.
I've been wanting that for so long. How was that? Like 500. Holy shit.
So he squatted 500. What did he bench?
Ooh, that was grindy.
No, that was a good second attempt. That was a good second attempt. I think so.
Was that a good second attempt?
How do you feel about it?
How do you feel?
I feel like you can go another 2.5 or 5.
I mean, if I got that third attempt squat, I could do anything. I'm trying to think of something. I can't think of another analogy. 3, 2, 1.
347, so I can definitely bench more than him. Yeah, so my best was 380. Right now, my max bench is probably somewhere around 360, 370. But soon, I'll match 380 again, and 405's coming in the next few months.
Oh, I'm so upset right now.
No, keep riding the high of the squat. That was insane.
Dodo donated $2. Is Will Tennyson natty? He is natty. He is indeed. Let's see Patty. Dude, that is such a sexy outfit. God damn. Bro. One Piece, like, swimsuits and leotards are just so fucking hot. It's a nice camel toe.
Go, 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 go!
Yeah, that is a nice camel toe.
Woohoo! Golly, what a grind. Okay.
That was good. You actually committed there. So you didn't commit on the squat, but you committed there. You're becoming a powerlifter before our very own eyes.
I think right now it's...
We'll watch that whole video later, maybe.
Over alone. She knows. She was with him, so to speak, for 4.5 years. So she got to know him probably better than anyone. The dog inside, maybe a bowl of water and a bowl of food. So he left the dog alone. He left the dog. And when he came back, this is what she said he said. There was blood and diarrhea everywhere because the dog was probably so terrified that it was being left alone for days on end. You know, it got anxiety, started panicking, stress, stress kicked in. Came back, there was diarrhea and blood everywhere. Yeah, diarrhea and blood everywhere. The thing was dying. And it turns out that he put a dying dog just straight in the dumpster. We have records from Jen W. stating this. That he put the dog that wasn't dead, it was a dying dog in absolute agony, just put it in the dumpster to finish him. To die alone. In panic, in fear.
Dodo donated $2. If someone with average genetics took a ton of gear, what's the biggest they would look? It entirely depends, dude. It depends what your starting point is. I would say your average person would probably gain an extra 20 pounds of muscle if they took a reasonable dose of steroids.
You think this Johnny Bravo would be cancelled if this episode would have aired within the last year?
I'll take a look at that in a minute. Thanks for the donation, Grey Knight. Yeah, I'd say your average person would probably gain an extra 20 pounds of muscle. If you have above average genetics, probably in the 40-60 range. And, like, god tier, like, ape genetics, probably around 80-100. So like Ronnie Coleman genetics, you could realistically gain like maybe an extra 80 pounds. But yeah, that's what I'd say is about average. 20 pounds. Thanks for the donation, Dodo. Let me see.
This pen was used by President Wilson to sign the 19th Amendment.
What's that?
The amendment allowing women to vote. Until then, not a woman here could vote no matter what age, but the 19th Amendment struck down that restrictive rule.
Why'd they go and do that? I didn't think chicks liked to vote.
Yeah!
Yeah. Johnny Bravo is great. Yeah, I love Johnny Bravo. Yeah, that'd be canceled pretty quick. Thanks for the nation, Grey Knight. Think Richard Think donated $2. It's okay, VG. I have severe ADHD too. Alex's point in the vid is, why do games like GTA allow players to commit murder, but not if they are kids? It's because there's like a stupid societal double standard. Why can the player not commit rape also? After all, no connection between violence and games and real life, right? Well, it's just because there's no market for it. There are video games where you do commit rape. Like there's a billion different hentai games where you do rape women in the game. So it's just that there's not a mass market for that kind of content. People are okay with like cartoony sort of violence, but they're not okay with sexual violence. Just plain and simple. It's just distasteful for a lot of people. But when it comes to like mass killings and shit like that in Grand Theft Auto, it's like, I guess, cartoony enough for people to not be disturbed by it, but when it comes to sexual violence, for some reason, it just irks people more. But yeah, it is a silly double standard, but there are games where you commit rape. There's plenty of them. Just search hentai games on Google, and then you'll find a billion. I remember, it was hilarious. There was like some fucking news segment on CNN where they were talking about one of these like flash hentai games, and it involved you cornering a woman and her daughter in a subway train and raping both of them. And they think like that's only the tip of the iceberg. There's some pretty bad hentai games. So there are games like that, and guess what? There's no correlation between that and real life violence. Thanks for the donation though, Think Richard Think.
I mean, absolutely disgusting. But finding out that he put a dying dog in a dump.
Have you seen this?
Let me see. Where are they now?
We moved here in the early 90s, when Roger couldn't get any work in the city. We'd done our jobs, and that were it. We've forgotten about. Obsolete. It's a tough industry to crack. Most of us take whatever work we can get now. Some question me logic, having a romantic relationship with a rabbit. Well, it were financial, weren't it? I mean, there weren't no other reason to marry the bugger. It were for the money. Not that we got any cash left after his gambling. He don't do nought, just sits there on his back house. He needs working, the lazy bugger. He needs to get a job. I can't work because my hemorrhoids. If he don't get a job soon, I'm taking him down Pet Shop. Have you seen Fatal Attraction? Do you remember what happened to the bunny and that? He never does anything around the house. I can't clean it because of my back. Lazy bastard. It's not easy. I've had a tough time with my hormone replacement therapy as of late. Some say we're washed up. Washed up? Bloody cheek. There weren't we? Most of them had to get manual jobs around here when cartoon work dried up. That's just the way it is, isn't it? It's a tough old game, staying at top. Enjoy it while you can. It don't last forever.
Having said that, perhaps I can interest you in one of our home cover policies, Mrs. Patterson. Hello? Ah, bitch hung up.
Do you need any help packing? That's £12.50, please. Here's your change. I still have a cheeky half with Mama on a Thursday. You missed a bit. People give him a bad rap, but he saves me all the discount pastries. So twisted bugger. Okay.
Oh, come on. It was always going to end like this.
Quit moving, would you?
I'm moving.
Is kiwi food bad for you? I ate tons of that stuff in the 80s.
I miss the 80s. Running around scantily clad, swinging my magic sword at other men who were also in a similar state of undress. Want me to put some more lotion on your back?
Don't mind if I do.
That's pretty good.
Dumpster. To die in agony and fear. That is just the new low for me. I mean, I knew he was a piece of shit, but that is probably the worst thing you could ever hear. To hear someone put a terrified, dying dog.
Son Goku, don't you tell Arizona at her trying to claim Natty? Let me see. Oh, Dana Lynn Bailey? Yeah, dude. The likelihood of her being Natty is just minuscule. Extremely unlikely. And I mean, what does it for me too is most people, when you say they're not Natty, they're like, cool, like, thanks. I consider that a compliment, whatever. Like, plenty of people accuse me of being on steroids, and I'm like, okay, well, I consider that a compliment. I'm Natty, but whatever. Don't care what you think. She just goes on and on about it and like defends it like crazy. Like women don't usually have the ability to grow shoulders and traps like this. And like she gets super ridiculously lean too. So, and like the quality of her skin is also sus. Like she gets red and like pimply and shit. So yeah, the likelihood of her being Natty, incredibly, incredibly small. So I don't know who's buying it. I don't think anybody really is, but yeah, like look at her fucking shoulders. Like nah. Yeah, just nah. Thanks for the donation though, Son Goku.
Just in a dumpster to finish it. Let it die alone in a dumpster.
Now, I'll admit, at first I thought this story was exaggerated. After all, this is all according to Jen. Jen is somebody, let's say, I don't find to be overly credible. However, in digging through forum posts, I found the following post. Yep, Jason said it was okay to huck a dead dog in the trash decades before any of this came to light. Once again, most of this is based off of what Jen said. We don't know this for an absolute fact. However, when you look at the totality of evidence, I find this to be likely. Even more alarming is the fact that you can now hear a dog barking in the background of Jason's new videos, meaning that him and his new roommate, who's accused of murder, have a new dog. This sickens me, and I truly feel bad for this poor creature. To me, this is the worst of all of Jason's misdeeds. There are more stories as well on
I do not understand why people get animals when they just don't care for them. It's really fucked up.
Admitted sock accounts by Jason. Apparently, he rode a pony to death. He also kidnapped a duck. I mean, come on. I don't know what the fuck else to say on this topic. Trust me, this is going to get its own video in the future.
The key to defeating you is to obliterate you so completely, your regeneration won't be possible.
Alright, next we're moving into pedophilia. This is something that, once again, is absolutely fucking disgusting. Jason has made many posts about pedophilia on forums. Jason also claims to have been molested by his aunt and uncle when he was younger. There are many posts from him online about this. However, myself and others have doubts about Jason's claims. However, to start, Jason said it was a part of a satanic alien ritual or some fucking nonsense. He also said that there are police reports about it. He says that he's pressed charges against his aunt and uncle.
Aaron P donated $2. Let me see. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Robert Forsterman. Quadzilla. This guy's legs are fucking insane. Yeah, Robert Forsterman has crazy strong legs.
This is Robert, who I do not want to butcher his last name, but he is an Olympic cyclist. And if you guys don't know, cyclist athletes have the biggest legs. And he recently did something crazy that I want to show you guys. This right here is 530 pounds or 240 kilos. And Robert is doing a one-leg split squats. And this is what it looks like.
Yeah, that is crazy.
I can't even squat 530 pounds, and bro is repping it on.
Yeah, that is fucking nuts. Surprised he hasn't snapped his shit up fucking doing that. Yeah, goddamn. Mike Donatellers, no wonder so many NFL players go broke. Let me see. Seahawks rookie dinner bill. $22,000. What the fuck? How do you... How? Even for, like, what, 30 people? How? That's insane. Thanks for the donation, Mike. That's the craziest fucking dinner bill I've ever seen.
However, when I searched, nothing for this comes up. Now, we don't know for sure whether or not he's lying about it. This happening would explain some of his current behavior. However, Jason is also a pathological liar. Thus far, I've seen no corroborating evidence to support his story. It is possible that Jason made up this story to excuse his own behavior. I mean, look at the myriad of pedophilia posts that he's made. Jason has also made a video where he appears to defend men being attracted to underage girls.
Reasons women, for example, are hitting puberty at a younger age than they ever have. They are reaching the ability to menstruate, to have children, everything else at a younger age than was previously normal. In fact, at one time, it wasn't unusual for women to not reach puberty until the ages of 15.
This viral anti-vegan clip is gonna break your brain, lol.
I think one of the most absurd positions in...
We've already reacted to this earlier. Basically, they just fucking said there's more crop deaths than there are deaths producing meat, which is ridiculous because you need crop deaths to produce meat anyway. But yeah, I've already reacted to this earlier on stream. It's the weakest, dumbest fucking argument imaginable. There are more crop deaths in animal agriculture than there are crop deaths to produce, you know, plants for people to eat. Thanks for that donation, though, Clean Living.
Sometimes 16. You know, they'd be in high school by the time they hit puberty sometimes. There's a lot of theories going on. It has to do with everything from birth control to hormones in the water, hormones in our food, xenoestrogens from pollution. There's a whole host of theories, and it's probably a combination of them as to why sexual maturity is being reached younger. And just like a friend of mine posted up on as a joke on Facebook, this girl who looked like she was 20 with fully developed breasts and everything, saying, "Yeah, I just turned 14," you know, showing her picture, and he's like, "It's getting dangerous out there." And that's because there's that going on. And here's the problem we run into. It is your body's going to respond to the pheromones of someone who you, if you're a straight male, for example, and you're exposed to the pheromones of a girl who is not.
Yeah, pheromones. Booty cum, $22 mood. I'm gonna play it safe and not show that on stream. But yeah, that is actually pretty accurate. That does look like Hank Hill. Thanks for the donation, Booty cum.
Out of the legal age, who is ovulating or whatever, she's going to produce pheromones that might cause sexual attraction. You can't control that.
To me, this looks like a classic case of projection, something that is ubiquitous with Jason's behavior. There are also the Farmington allegations as well. What has been alleged is that Jason did something with an underage girl when he lived in Farmington, New Mexico with his family. I found multiple mentions of it online. However, thus far nothing's been proven. I don't see any real concrete evidence on it. What I'm going to end this section with is the post about his niece. He said he wanted to bring her, or was going to bring her, to an online bodybuilding forum when she was 12 or something. Keep in mind, this is a forum where people have nude photos as avatars, post dick pics, something that Jason did a lot on there, and there's all sorts of fucking degeneracy on there. To me, this signifies that he either did or he wanted to groom his niece. Needless to say, this is fucking disgusting. It should also be noted that Jason has been disowned by most of his family, but we'll get back to that later.
Why haven't we gathered up all the Saudi Arabian nationals in this country? We did it with Japan. We did Japan. We took away everyone's base.
Did you watch the new Netflix doc about the recent Stanford twin experiment? Max Lugavere says it's vegan propaganda and I want you to debate his stupid fucking retarded ass. This is what he said.
I did not see the documentary. Latest mainstream vegan propaganda. Here's why you shouldn't take You Are What You Eat on Netflix seriously. Miniseries produced by the same people as Game Changers. Doesn't matter. Stanford study, lead researcher, funded by Beyond Meat. That doesn't matter. Study saw a small decrease in LDL in the vegan group. I don't think it was small. Wasn't it like something like 20% or something? Which plant-based advocates love to hyperfixate on. This is likely because the vegan twins ate fewer calories, more fiber. They also, yeah, those are literally all factors that affect cholesterol, so that's a benefit of a plant-based diet. You could easily achieve this with a diet that includes meat. Okay, well, it's a little easier when all your food sources have fiber, have no cholesterol, and again, you're typically eating sources of food that don't contain saturated fat. There are lifestyle differences, diet preferences, exercise, blah, blah. Well, the reason it's a valuable study is because it's twins. They're genetically identical, so you can't fucking make the argument that, oh, well, they just have completely different genes, they react to food differently, and their lifestyles and shit were also very similar. Short-term study, 8 weeks. Yeah, no shit. You can't have a twin study that's fucking lifelong, dummy. What else? Did not show that the vegan diet in and of itself is healthier. It really did. Like, look, the study has internal validity. So if you compare the vegan diet to the omnivorous diet, the vegan diet was objectively healthier. It clearly showed an improvement in relevant biomarkers that contribute to chronic disease risk and early death. So, yeah, I mean, in theory, you could take a person and have the same, like, you could take that vegan, like the twin that was on the vegan diet, and construct some sort of omnivorous diet that resulted in the same biomarkers. But the point of the study is internal validity. Avoiding saturated fat, avoiding cholesterol, eating more plant foods that are high in fiber is beneficial for health. That's what it shows. This guy's a fucking idiot. Yeah, so he's just a fucking whiny bitch. Who the fuck even is this guy? Oh, I've seen him before. He's a fucking retard. He has that podcast. Yeah, that dude's a total fraud. Thanks for the donation, I'm Negra. Think Richard donated $2. Based response, Richard, but I want more. Put on your psychologist hat here. Why do you think society views grape as worse than murder in video games, even though everyone would rather be a victim of the former than the latter in real life? Doesn't add up. I don't know. There's probably some cultural reasons. Just for whatever reason, you have a lot of people who have like sexual hang-ups and taboos. Like one taboo is interracial sex, Like that is still a taboo. So just because of like sexual taboos and the way sex is viewed culturally, again, sexual violence isn't really glamorized like physical violence is. But anyway, I don't see a problem with that being in video games. Thanks for the donation, though. Think, Richard.
Basic rights. We can't claim that people have rights when they're the enemy, or you think they're the enemy. What do we do to the Japanese Americans who were born here of Japanese descent? We put them all in internment camps just for being the children of people from Japan who had no sympathies with that country. We just needed to watch them. We put them into camps. Well, we know Saudi Arabia is the enemy. We know they're the enemy.
Carnivore retards in a nutshell.
Let me see. Has anyone seen a total cholesterol above 500 or an LDL of 500? That is very rare, and generally only people with familial hypercholesterolemia get LDL that high. Doctor said it was a new record for her. She said I could have a stroke or heart attack. She prescribed a statin and told me to stay off YouTube. Oh, that is good. I've been on a carnivore diet for 4 months and I'm feeling great. I'm off my blood pressure medicine for the first time in 20 years. Lost 6 inches off my waist and I've made great improvements in my exercise routine. 52, feel healthier than I did in my 20s. I've only lost about 20 pounds since June, but haven't been at 170 since high school. Haven't picked up the medicines from a pharmacy, but I'm concerned because of my responsibilities as a parent. Just doesn't make sense that I'm at risk of dropping dead while feeling better health than before. Yeah, so losing weight is going to make you feel better. And she's also, like, there's a confounding variable here. She started exercising too. You would expect, even with a bad diet, to feel better if you lost weight and started exercising more. That doesn't mean because you feel good, every single one of your biomarkers are going to be in the healthy range. Yeah, that is crazy. 574 total, 500 LDL. I've never seen that. Like, that close of a concordance between total cholesterol and LDL. Like, it's weird how close that is. Triglycerides 135, that's also a bit high. HDL is only 47. Usually with people with higher cholesterol, you see it like more in the 70s, 80s. But that's pretty low considering how high your total is. Yeah, that is ridiculous. I love how the doctor told her to stay off of YouTube. That's fucking hilarious. Thanks for the donation, Keto Stupid.
Why aren't we doing something about their nationals in our country? Why aren't we putting them into camps or shipping them back, deporting them, putting them in the camps, doing something about them? We should have seized all Saudi Arabian assets.
Did you see the video that Corn Baker took down because he was caught having tremors? I did not. Did Carnism is Cancer cover it? Maybe we should watch some Carnism is Cancer vids next. Booty Cam donated $2. Let me see.
Hey guys, this is another video. Why are you calling me so late? It's kind of hard to talk right now. Abby, why you're crying? Is everything okay? Gotta whisper cause I can't be too loud. Well, my girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish it was you. I wish we never really moved on. It's really good to hear your voice. Say my name, it sounds so sweet. Coming from a lip lips of an angel. Hearing those words, it makes me weak. I never wanna say goodbye, but girl, you make it hard to be faithful. With the lips of an angel, Daddy calling me tonight. And yes, I've dreamt of you to dream when taking to me would start a fight. No, I don't think she has a clue. Oh well, my girl's in the next room. Sometimes I wish it was you. I guess we never really moved on. It's really good to hear your voice say my name. It sounds so sweet, coming from the lips of an angel. Hearing those words, it makes me weak. Let it die. I never want to say goodbye, but girl, you make it hard to be faithful. With lips of an angel, your voice say my name, sounds so sweet, coming from the lips of an angel. Hearing those words, it makes me weak. Let her die. Never wanna say goodbye, but girl, you make it hard to be faithful. With the lips of an angel, never wanna say goodbye, but girl, you make it hard to be faithful. With the lips of an angel. Anyway, you're calling me so late.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. It's better quality when you guys watch it on YouTube. Right.
Imagine uploading that. Yeah, that guy's weird. Thanks for that donation, Booty Cum.
Sits in this country, declared war on Saudi Arabia, rounded up.
Nigga, what in the motherfuck are we listening to? This guy's voice makes me want someone to fart on my face and drink cyanide. Also,
that is great. Thanks for the donation, I'm Niagara. He could probably sing better than you, though.
Every one of their citizens living in our country and executed them on public television, and then fired multiple nuclear warheads at that country. We should have destroyed them. We should have literally wiped that goddamn country off the.
Very weird vid from Foot Soldier, says you can only have an opinion on Israel-Palestine conflict if you know history.
You don't need to know the complete history of the region to have an opinion. There are incidents that can happen that do not really require much further context to have a good opinion on it.
This is a public service announcement for all vegan activists. Please don't have an opinion or take sides about the conflict in the Middle East. The problem is, it's an incredibly complex situation with lots and lots of history, and if you want to be educated on that, you've got to
It's not a complex situation. Hamas are a evil terrorist group. They need to be eliminated. They attacked Israel, and Israel has to do something about it.
spend years of your life engaging in that. If you just have some opinion after having watched a few things on YouTube or talked to a few friends and come to some opinion about the situation without having fully understood on a higher academic level the complete picture and history and political tensions, and you've not studied the appropriate subjects. You've just got some down the pub style opinion of X side is bad or Y side blah blah blah, accusation, finger pointing.
It like, you can, this is so weird. This is sort of like the argument that Leo Venus made when I was debating him. It doesn't matter why like a society is bad. What matters is that they're bad. So yeah, you could like make the argument, oh, well, the only reason Palestinians are so violent is because, well, they were ruled by the Ottoman Empire and it was an oppressive regime, and they also, you know, follow radical Islam, and, you know, violence is part of their religion, and they were indoctrinated into that culture. And then, you know, they felt that they were going to be oppressed by the Israelis and this and that. Like, you can add a bunch of context onto why somebody's a certain way. That doesn't mean they're not bad. That just explains why they're bad. Like, the idea that you have to have sympathy for Hamas fighters because, oh, well, if you were in their same exact situation, you'd probably be the same way. Doesn't fucking matter. They fucking committed a horrible atrocity and they need to be wiped out. Like, that's all you need to fucking know.
That is always the wrong answer. It's just the same when a sports person, like a footballer or an actor or a comedian or some other celebrity who has no clue about the topic in hand, comes out and has some opinion on some political thing that they have no idea about, but they're famous and they've got an audience. So they just want to say their opinion to their audience on some divisive, controversial topic. No one cares about your opinion. Like, if you're an actor, no one cares.
Yeah, okay. The only fair point he's making here is that if you really don't know anything, you shouldn't give an opinion. Sure. If you know enough, then you can give an opinion. You don't need to be a fucking history expert to be able to have an opinion on these things.
About your opinion on blah 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 political point. They just like you in movies. If you're a musician, no one, I don't care. But when it comes to vegan advocacy, and I see someone extremely important in the movement posting bullshit opinions about something, you sort people into two groups, one of two groups. Group A. Oh yeah, I agree with you. They click the like button and they get on with their day. Group 2. Oh my god, what a horrible, repulsive view. I can't believe that my favourite vegan activist has got this horrible view. I'm so disappointed. I'm crying with disappointment. I never want to see you again. I thought you were the best. You've disillusioned. I'm so disappointed. I'm going to unsubscribe from you. I'm going to tell everyone that I know that I think you're a complete twat because you're... If it's 30-70... The 30% that you piss off are unsubscribing to you.
Okay, whatever. The only fair point he made is that if you're not politically involved and you don't really know what's going on in the region and all you see is like Palestinian civilians getting blown up and then you give some stupid opinion like, oh my god, Israel's committing a genocide, like, yeah, you shouldn't fucking comment on the conflict. But you don't need to be a history expert to comment on the conflict. You just need to know the relevant facts. Bootycam donated $2, $3.56 just in case you didn't know. Let me see.
It's freaking long. Yeah. Fingernails, yay. They're so awesome.
Why is he filming this? Why is he so nervous?
Oh, oops. Okay, now the right hand. I know you guys are thinking that this is so much fun, you know? I think this is fun too. Ooh, stop. That. Ooh. Ooh. Crap. Other news. All.
Okay, riveting content. Thanks for that donation, Bootycam.
Now, they should have gotten nukes, and we should have executed every single citizen of their country sitting in our country and seized all of their assets. We did it before with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and I think that was the right choice then, and I think it's the right choice now to do right to kill them. Their lives belong to us the moment they cross that border to do with as we please. From a legal perspective, they are in our country illegally. If we want to shoot them in the head, we can do that. It's beautiful. And that's exactly what we should do to the ones we catch who can't work. If they're not capable of working that 10 years, then fine, just get rid of them. You know, 9mm bullet to the head in a ditch, problem solved. We could let them pick between execution or 10 years indentured servitude. We could put collars around their neck with a little small explosive device. If they try to take the collar off, run too far from a sensor, if they try to rebel or become aggressive, you give the wardens the ability to press the button and detonate it. Screw them. We're clearly the superior ones, and they're only trying to denigrate us because they're scared of us. Maybe we need to just get rid of all of them.
Jesus Christ. He uploaded this to his YouTube channel. Imagine being this psychotic.
I said we could arguably justify using the other First World.
Dude, it is remarkable how he didn't get fucking banned for posting this shit. Like, what the fuck? That is crazy.
Countries that are out there. There are countries that if you're caught inside their country illegally, they execute you. Okay? We could get away with that if we put up a memo 30 days ahead of time. In English, Spanish, several other languages, letting them know they got 30 days to vacate the country.
Genocide, eugenics, and racism. Okay, I'm going to try and keep this part brief. NH did a full hour-long video on this. Jason has written for the KKK, made lots of racist posts, racist videos, etc. He's never fucking apologized for this, by the way. Just recently, Jason said that he's never written anything racist under a comment. However, Jason has taken it much further than just some racist writings. Called for all sides.
Anytime some Hamas simp wants to claim Palestinian violence is just retaliation for Israeli occupation, remind them that Palestinians have been massacring Jewish immigrants in the region since before the state of Israel even existed. Absolute retards.
Well, yeah. Palestinians have always been the ones that have instigated violence, so yeah. Thanks for that donation, though, El Palestine.
Saudi Arabians in America to be killed on public television. He's fantasized about torturing Muslims and then feeding them to the pigs.
We're the type of people, we're not even going to give you a clean death. We are the type of people that would be like, hey, fuck this Haji. I'm going to shoot him in the gut at 300 yards and let him bleed out for a little while. And then when he's too weak to fight back, me and my friends are going to go pick him up and have a little fun with him. And make him fucking talk before we feed him to the pigs. Go over to the Middle East and start nuking them ourselves. We'll probably start with Mecca. And then, again, Texas being Texas, when the outrage in the Muslim world goes up, any city that we see burning a Texas flag will probably nuke them too.
Wanted to cull third world population. Wanted to enslave illegal immigrants. I mean, this guy is absolutely fucking sick. I could go on about this forever, but honestly, it's been discussed and proven so many times over. I think Jason's own words on this topic speak for themselves.
Pound him with everything you've got!
stolen valor and threats to veterans. Alright, once again, I'm going to try and keep this fucking brief. I've done an entire video on this, and so many videos have been done on this. Jason pretended to have been a former military contractor. He swore on his mother's grave that he was a military contractor. He had channels deleted who exposed his lies on this. When called out by veterans, he made a video, said that he'd kill them if they approached him.
Once you start saying you'll kill any veteran that has been to war to protect everything you take for granted.
He also said he'd kill Don Shipley. Obviously, nobody believed his lies about mercenary work. He had a firearms channel where he gave dangerous firearms advice. Some of this advice is still up, by the way. Years later, he said he was just trolling about all this, guys. Then years after that, he finally admitted it was all a lie and kind of apologized. To me, this apology is inadequate, and he needs to address the specific things that he's done during this alarm, such as getting people's channels deleted, the threats he made, etc. I'll leave this here. There's already a lot of fucking videos on this.
Let evolution take its course. They want to bolster and keep certain populations alive and cultures and nations growing all over the world instead of just letting evolution take its course and let them die out on their own so that we're left with whatever's best. So that...
Whoa, where did that come from? Way to go! That shot was incredible, Vegeta!
Threats of violence. Jason has threatened to kill many people.
Blaha, you can go on his channel and you can listen to him talk about killing me, killing Lane Norton, killing Lane Norton's family, and killing other people. If they just so much as approach him, he will kill us. That is what he has said.
He made a threat to kill Lane Norton and his family.